Welcome, everybody, to the third episode, maybe the final episode, who knows, of Original Characters. Podcast where we sit down with one beautiful fandom and ruin it in every way humanly possible. I'm Jeff.
I'm Kevin.
And on this episode, this very, very special episode, we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Josh Henderson.
I'm just so used to doing it on our other show, so...
Yeah.
Our other show, M-Class Podcast.
Go to there and do that.
Anyway.
What are we talking about today?
This episode of Original Characters is all about Daranos.
What?
Oh my god, that place?
For people who might not... the zero people who might not know of fantasy fiction and the magical world of Daranos, why don't you give us a little insight into that, Josh?
Okay, so Daranos was a magic land that I created, like you said, on the show Fantasy Fiction, which was a podcast which has like 80 episodes about...
71.
There you go. I was rounding up.
Wow.
Look at this guy. He knows more about it than I do.
The stats on this show. We're well researched.
Fantasy Fiction, the most fantasy fuckfest in the land. 71 episodes deep.
We should have stopped at 69. That would have been way more perfect.
That would have been the best.
It would have been so perfect, but, you know, whatever. Can't get fired on that 69. Anyway, so it was a world that it's like a love letter to like all fantasy in a way, but it was mainly just to make Dom laugh and the listeners laugh. So it's just a ridiculous world of like hyper fantasy, but it's also like a spoof of fantasy in a way, mixed with like pop culture.
Very
references.
Grotesque.
It can be very grotesque. It's very crass, yes.
And you guys started that in 2013? 2012?
I want to say 12.
Yeah. So, I don't want, like, I'm usually guilty of getting too real on podcasts with you guys.
The real Kevin Cole.
Yeah. Twitter.com. Follow it. But like in 2012, I had just gotten out of college.
Oh my god, you're like a fucking child.
I know.
What are you? How old are you? Like 13?
I'm 29.
Oh my god.
He's only a couple years younger than me, Josh.
But back around when you guys were first recording Fantasy Fiction, I was listening to it religiously as I tried and failed to get a job everywhere in Western Massachusetts.
That's awesome.
It was like the only thing that made post-college life okay was Fantasy Fiction. Because I applied to get a job at a Subway that my friend managed, and I still didn't.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They were like, this kid cannot make hoagie.
This kid is not a sandwich artist. We can't hire him.
But yeah, Fantasy Fiction and one of the Killers albums was like one of the only things.
Oh, the Hot Fuss?
Could have been Hot Fuss. I think it was...
That's the college album. I think I listened to that. That album came out when I was still like finishing school.
What's the one with Sam's Town on it?
Oh, that's the second one.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah.
Those were like the Fantasy Fiction and whatever album has Sam's Town on it. I think it's called Sam's Town.
It might be called Sam's Town, yeah.
Those are the only two things like getting me up in the morning, getting me to drive out of my cooperative living space where I lived. So like, yeah,
I never knew that. I didn't know that. So that's crazy.
So Fantasy Fiction was huge. Like there were a lot of people who were big fans of Fantasy Fiction, including me. I really liked Fantasy Fiction a lot.
Yeah, it was a successful thing.
In one way or another, we're not going to get into it. Fantasy Fiction met an untimely demise, and there's been a hole in our hearts ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
That only the most gross troll adventures could possibly fill.
Nobody's fucking skulls on any podcast that I listen to.
There are no bone cars in the world anymore.
No boner cycles, no bone cars.
Wait, but Jeff, where were you when you first heard fantasy fiction?
Well, I had just made it to school, and I went into my health class, and my teacher turned on the TV, and fantasy fiction was on, and we all knew that America wouldn't be the same again.
Good answer.
Yeah, but did you see what happened to Castle 7? That's fucked up.
Oh my god.
2 days in a row with 9/11 too. Jesus.
That's not as weird.
No. No, it's not.
I don't remember, actually. I just remember liking fantasy fiction a lot. And, like, I didn't, like, listen religiously, but I did listen anytime I got the chance, because I wasn't big into podcasts at the time.
Yeah.
Even though I do, like, 8 of them now. I wasn't big at the time.
It's easier to do them than it is to listen to them.
Oh, for sure. Especially if you edit them. If you edit them, it's almost impossible to listen to them.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, well, Kevin, you, like, really edit them. Like, you do, like, a good job, whereas I'm just like, this is like a freeform podcast. I'm just gonna leave this stuff.
I used to be a Kevin. Now I'm a Josh. When I edit stuff, I'm like, they line up good. Done.
I have a system and it works, and it's like whatever.
I like rigorously edit and cut and tweak them because I'm a control freak. But
I just can't edit audio. Like, I can't do it. I hate it.
It sucks. It's really hard. But like, I get paid for it some of the time. At least 50% of the time I get paid for it. So it's usually worth it. And I also take a lot of pride in knowing that, like, you know, the thing is good.
Well, you do the one that this is like the most like circle jerky podcast that I've ever been on. But like, you and I are on another podcast, Kevin, and you do a good job on that one.
This is like, a circle jerk.
Paul and I share the job of editing Pretend Friends, and like I love that Paul has volunteered to help me out with that because it was becoming a lot of work, and when he saw I was getting stressed out with it, Paul was like, "Yeah, I will help you edit this." So like,
I sent you and both. I didn't know who was doing it this week, so I sent both of you it today.
Thank you.
I was like, I don't know.
Hey, if you're out there and you're like sending audio to people at a podcast, be a Josh. Like, label your podcast audio correctly. That will make you so many friends. Be a Josh.
Are you hearing this, Jeff?
I did it pretty quickly after a while, motherfucker. So.
No,
I will put it this way.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I will put it this way. I'm on 3 podcasts where I'm ostensibly the host of each of them.
Yeah,
that's true. I don't edit any of them. So maybe that tells you exactly how difficult editing is.
Well, you edit when we do, like, shoot the shit, you do that.
Yeah, when we do anything extra for Patreon, I edit that stuff. But not the same. Anyway. Daranos was a magical land of twerking asses, high adventure, magic, bone cars, a mysterious appearance of the number 69 quite often for some reason.
It's like the 42. Scrapbooking. Oh, I forgot about the scrapbooking.
Don't forget scrapbooking.
So,
oh my god!
If you need to go over the like course material, you need to get some background course material for this, since this is an educational podcast.
Yeah, true.
You can still find fantasy fiction on YouTube in its entirety, all 71 episodes. Which I knew the number of because I'm very smart.
Blam.
You knew more than I did.
Stats.
And I think Kevin knows more about the show than I remember, so
who wants to go first with bringing your original character to Daranos?
I don't want to go first.
Oh, man. Mine's long. Do we want to start with me?
Yeah, start with you.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Mine's a little long. So I have to preface this by saying I'm a huge fan of Flyman.
Yeah, everyone loves Flyman.
Everyone loves Flyman except in his own universe.
Right.
Yeah, he hates himself mostly.
So usually when like I come up with an original character for like any fan works, I'm like, whose best friend is he? And I'm thinking, like, Flyman maybe doesn't have best friends, and probably my character, Hank the Footgolem, doesn't have any friends either.
Hank the Footgolem.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this.
So, Hank the Footgolem...
Is it because he likes feet, or because he has feet?
Well, I'll get into it.
We're gonna learn together.
But instead of doing a stat sheet like I've done for the past 2 episodes, I actually wrote a little story about Hank.
Oh my god, sweet.
Is that okay? Is everyone okay?
That's kind of what I did with
That's
mine,
fine.
too,
I
so.
did some stats and a backstory. It's
Cool.
a short backstory, but I got both.
All right. So this is the story of Hank the Footgolem. Deep in the busty woods of Daranos, on some absolutely turgid peninsula, lies a tall...
This is already fantasy fiction as fuck.
Lies a tall tower shaped like a sexy boot.
Oh god, he likes feet.
Oh no.
It's the home of Hank, the Footgolem, a Frankenstein of feet.
Oh no, I don't like him
made out
already.
of feet? Oh my god.
Don't you mean a Frankenstein's monster of feet?
Holy shit, this is great.
If I did, I wouldn't have written you into the story, Jeremy.
Alright, this is, oh man, this is really funny.
No, I don't mean a Frankenstein's monster because Hank is a science wizard and he doesn't so much yearn to belong anywhere as he has a deep social anxiety and maybe some control issues.
I relate to this character.
You happy, Jer? Making me pick at that wound? Great.
I like Jeremy. Jeremy's like the new fucking squirrel or the Merkmonk,
Yeah.
right?
Hey,
quiet down out there! I'm trying to fuck my wife.
Hey, don't you mean Frankenstein's monster?
Fuck you! I'm trying to fuck my wife.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Hank looks like an 8-foot-tall monster man made of like 1,000 million feet and legs. His hands are feet, his face is feet, his feet are, yeah, comedy comes in threes.
oh my god, just the right amount of self-referentiality.
His day job is basically him doing science magic all the time to uncover the mystery of why he exists.
Damn.
Like, who would make a giant monster out of feet and then gift him with magical science prowess? I thought you said he was the Dr. Frankenstein of this story.
Oh my god, Jeremy.
Jeremy, I swear to fuck you little shit, if you had read Mary Shelley's goddamn book, you would recognize that Dr. Frankenstein is a stand-in for God, or the universe, or whatever, and we're all Frankenstein's monsters, tortured to live alone, in agony, questioning what force would be so cruel as to give us life.
We're all a foot monster trying to just figure out why we're here doing science magic.
I feel like that's the secret of life, and we just cracked it.
I mean, pretty much.
I swear to God, Jeremy, if you butt in again just because comedy comes in threes.
Holy shit. This is so fucking good.
So, when Hank isn't at the highest level of his house boot, cranking out peer-reviewed science magic in the middle of a lightning storm, he's doing domestic-ass shit and loving it.
This is so Kevin. This is like the Kevin portion.
Yep. He bakes bread. He reads books in a comfy chair with a bathrobe on. He paints his many, many toenails.
Oh my god. Does he have those like toe dividers like all over himself?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
God, could you imagine how bad this room smells? Just full of feet, monster.
His only available nose is a foot. So yeah, it's probably pretty terrible.
Once you're breathing through a foot, though, everything just smells like foot.
Well,
so
it's
whatever.
It's
right?
like going back to like fucking Pride and Prejudice times. Like everyone smells like an armpit apple or whatever.
We were talking about who was I talking to you about this, Jeff? Like everyone must have fucking smelled so goddamn bad.
No, it wasn't me, but you're right.
Like, how did people even get a boner to fuck back then?
I guess like human smell must have just been like, I'm fucking out.
Well,
I'm out. I'm done.
Do you guys know about the armpit apple?
No.
So back in the day, a lady would keep an apple in her armpit.
That probably
so it
great.
would absorb the smells and then give it to her lover, so that he could smell her armpit apple.
Jesus Christ.
We are fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
As a species. We are fucking disgusting.
That was the dick pic of the day.
That was an armpit apple.
Yeah.
You gonna eat that armpit apple?
God.
No, I want to smell my lover's pits.
That was the nude of the times.
So these fucking dandies were taking this gross armpit apple back to their boudoirs and just cranking their white ass dicks
They
to
were
this shit.
They were sniffing and cranking, dude.
Jesus.
They called it the old sniff and crank.
Yeah, that's history, guys.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me
disgusting.
you wouldn't do it if that was your only option, you're a hypocrite.
Look,
I mean,
I told you this was an educational program. I told you.
I don't think I would, like, sniff the apple. I probably would be like, oh, this is cool. This probably means she wants to bang or whatever.
You'd be like, oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, smelly woman.
Wow, thanks.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I can't wait to see what you got going on downstairs because there's no scissors.
Anyway, he also keeps a scrapbook, but he doesn't own a camera or have any friends, so it's just inspirational quotes.
White girl's scrapbook.
Sometimes Hank's foot-based creations escape the lab, or he lets them go because life yearns for freedom, a beautiful freedom that Hank can touch, but he can't hold. And why would he deny another being a chance to feel the wind in their toes? And I kind of lost the sentence here, but you get it. Foot guys get loose sometimes.
Oh man, this is like, I wrote this. This is so weird. This is like so weird.
So, when that happens, angry peasant mobs show up because society just can't deal. And usually, like 2 out of every 3 mobs, there's someone, often a man, but not always, who's just there because they're super into feet. And instead of a torch or a pitchfork, they have a box of chocolates.
They're just like falling in love with this thing.
And it seems pre-agreed upon that no one in the mob is gonna acknowledge that person. But Hank notices every time and is a little weirded out, but flattered. And of course, the mob always shows up when the goddamn bread is proofing. So Hank has to go down there in his flour-covered apron, looking like a fucking mess, to explain to this unwashed mob of yokels that, yeah, that's his flock of foot geese, but if you gave him a chance, you'd find out that they're probably just as bad as regular geese, because we're all trying to live, and I'm sorry your precious eyes had to see something weird, mob leader Cheryl. You could have just shrugged it off, but no, and your fucking Facebook group decided to come here and make a big thing about it. Well, unlike you, chuckle fucks, Hank has some shit to do, and you're on private fucking property right now, so...
You're on private fucking property.
And at this point, the mob usually dissipates, muttering some sorries or whatever, examining their life and whatnot, and remembering that they live in a magical-ass setting where foot geese probably aren't that weird. And Hank, exhausted from truth bombing all the time... Thanking Foot Jesus, he lives alone, returns back into his sexy boot house to bake some fucking bread.
Who's the leader of a Facebook group now, Cheryl? Truth bombing galore. Red pill, red pill, red pill.
But not before getting them chocolates, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Feet gotta have chocolates. You ever hear about the foot chocolate? Back in the day, ladies used to put chocolate all over their feet so their feet wouldn't stink so much like shit.
Finn.
That's it.
And that's Hank the Foot Goal.
That was great.
That was amazing.
I didn't write like a story like that, but now I wish I had, because well, we'll get to me. But anyway, that was awesome. That was so good.
Josh.
It felt like the lost episode.
It did.
It really did.
Jeff. You guys.
Oh. I mean, that was just like the most fantasy fiction-y Daranos story I've heard in years, literally.
Yeah, because like you gotta have a character that doesn't fit in with society, right? That's like what these episodes follow around is like,
right.
there's a strict fantasy caste structure, and sometimes you get a rogue who is rude and loves to scrapbook, or a man who was a beautiful wizard but is now a hideous fly person who is suicidal. Like, that's what it's about.
You get a wizard woman who that automatically is like doesn't fit in, right?
Yeah, who's got a
beard. Yeah. So it's automatically like, yeah, I tended to write a lot of characters like that, probably because that's how I feel in real world.
I know exactly how you feel. I want to interject real quickly and say I'm definitely not going after Josh. I'm not following that act.
I don't want to follow Kevin's act. I didn't write like a whole thing, but I wrote characters.
Nice.
For you guys.
Yes. I don't think I wrote in the fantasy fiction cadence exactly. Like, Kevin fucking knocked it out of the park. He got it exact.
That was great.
I did study a lot before this one, and I kind of felt it. But I feel like, Josh, like, a lot of your characters come from MMO ideas.
Yeah.
And that is all about fitting into a niche. And there is that idea, because we talked about this beforehand of why I'm frustrated with Elder Scrolls Online and MMOs in general, because, like, I want to be a tanky DPS, and everyone wants me to be a DPS-y DPS.
Right, they just want you to do your job, right?
Yeah.
And, like,
you gotta fit into the box.
Yeah.
And all fantasy fiction characters are all about not fitting into the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about, like, bucking the system.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't even know, like, is there a system in Daranos? Like, who's the man in Daranos, right? Like,
well, the paladins are definitely the
paladins, yeah, they were, like, the police, right? Which I had fun with that, because I hate the police.
Me too, man. I almost incorporated. I love the paladins episode, because, like, they are the fucking cops.
They're the fuzz, and, like, fuck them.
Yeah. and
also paladins are assholes, dude.
Yeah, just like in WoW, they're a problem because they fill every role, and
they're perfect. They're like the Jedi, right? Like they just do everything.
I played paladins in tabletop games all the time.
I knew it.
I play in tabletop games because I like making an interesting character rather than a character who fills his niche in society perfectly.
Yeah. Although I do play a paladin usually who's like a rage monster who's pretending like he's not. Like, he's just a horrible person who's trying to pretend like he's not, which is always super fun.
I usually do a Castlevania reference with my paladin and give him
I do too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun. But Jeff, I want to hear about your Daranos character.
Okay. So, if any character is not going to fit into a niche box, it's my character, Jism, the friendly slime.
Jism!
He's
Does
also
he smell like Jism?
Well, you'll find out. He's also known as Cumrag the Mellifluous.
What does mellifluous mean?
A beautiful singer. Because he's a bard.
He's a bard!
And he has a lute.
He's a slime.
So let's hear about my boy Jism's backstory.
You have an affinity for the aqueous, my friend. Your last
it
character,
seems like I do.
Your last character was a jellyfish, and this one's a slime. I love him.
Okay. Long ago, deep within the forbidden lands of Daranos, far beyond the 7-Eleven on the corner, there resided a tower built in mockery of the gods' plans for humanity.
Wow.
This pillar, dedicated to the hubris of man, was known as Sky Hall, and within it resided 12 kings who had dominion over the forbidden lands' 12 zones of demise.
Jesus.
Oh my golden rings.
After eons of taming the Badlands to their iron, rock-solid dick wills, the 12 kings finally would set to their ultimate goal. The most buck-wild, wet, and sloppy fucking circle jerk the land had ever seen.
Alright, I'm in. Let's do this.
I missed incorporating buck as an adverb. My story is useless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
After 42 hours of straight yanking, cranking, and spanking, there came a noise unlike any heard in all of the lands. An old man groaned 12 voices deep and millions of years in the making. From their 12 old sloppy rods came 12 tsunamis of eternally blue-balled lust, which swept across the Sky Hall and covered the throne room / rumpus room entirely in their gloppy wet man butter.
This is like the Cimmerillion of
Circle Jerk
of Daranos. This
Dude,
is like
yeah, hell
some
yeah.
ancient tellings.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in
12
Daranos church right now.
The 12 great kings then had an assortment of Hot Pockets and Gatorade to replenish their stash, then slunk off to their private bedchambers in order to rest up and get back at it tomorrow. Unfortunately for them, Sky Hall wasn't coded to handle that much weight when the construction mancers built it eons ago.
Construction mancers?
There had been a debate about whether or not to pay a reputable organization to build, but they had all decided that they would get the cheapest option possible in order to not skimp out on the hand lotion and nudie bags.
Hashtag unionize.
The tower was built to J.O. is my point, if you didn't get that.
Oh, gotcha.
The added weight of the old lord's jizz caused the castle to crash down upon itself.
Wait, but the jizz would be in them.
Raining stone, leftover dishes that Scorin the All-Seer still hasn't fucking washed. Scorin!
Dude, we got Jeremy, we got Scorin the All-Seer. Fucking Scorin, I hate him.
And all of their collective Scarface and Baywatch posters, which buried the 12 lords beneath their mass.
Oh my god, Scarface poster.
They were never spoken of again, their tale lost to the ages, except right now, because I'm telling you this story and you're hearing it again.
Cimmerillion as fuck.
Yeah, that's some Cimmerillion shit.
From the bowels of the ruins left behind by Sky Hall's demise, a miracle occurred. Or a curse.
No.
The collective consciousness of those lost wizards and their millions of unborn jizz offspring pooled together amongst the ankle-deep spunk left at the very bottom of the destruction.
Oh, man, it's like Aeon Flux, but with jizz.
And sprung forth fully formed from the sticky whiteness was a small humanoid, no taller than a halfling.
Ugh.
It blinked a gloopy blink and looked
like
about at a world
Urukai of cum.
It looked about at a world it knew nothing about. It shook its foul legs free of the floor with some effort, took up a loot that had been untouched by the jerking reverie the day before.
That's a miracle in and of
I
itself.
love it.
And he set off into the world, intent on finding friends to help him understand the bright new day he was born into. Of course, he was a walking pile of cum, so he didn't succeed, and they all named him Jism with hatred in their voices. But that's a story for another day.
Damn.
Burner.
Dun,
Dun.
Dude,
So let's
fuck
get-
yeah.
Let's get
love
some
him.
stats on Jism.
Give me
Yeah,
him.
what's Jism's stats?
Jism is 8 months old.
Aw.
Okay.
His birthplace was, of course, the Great Sky Hall Circle Jerk and Ookie Cookie Jamboree.
Ookie Cookie. Oh,
Wait.
wow.
Let me run the thesaurus. A limp biscuit?
Uh-oh.
He is 3 feet tall and weighs 1,200 liquid ounces.
Yep.
He has cute black button eyes like a cartoon character.
Yes.
He's like a snowman.
His color is off-white. You know the color.
He's like a snow job man.
His clothing... His clothing, none. Always runs around goopy buck-ass naked.
Oh,
Sick.
man. Does he have a dick? Or I mean, is that okay to ask of an 8-month-old?
You probably shouldn't ask an 8-month-old.
What is he in slime years, though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
30,
He's the
30-ish.
only one of his kind so far.
He's barely legal in slime.
Barely illegal.
He does not require food for sustenance, but he does need to be watered regularly or he'll dry out.
I'll
I
get
feel
crusty.
like that is a common theme.
Yeah.
There was a little
Yeah.
bit of that in the last episode, too.
I love it.
Here are his likes. Puddles he can wallow in.
Yes.
Imaginary friends, since he has no real ones.
He's sad.
Those trees that smell like cum because he doesn't feel so alone anymore.
Yo, those
Finally,
trees
someone
suck.
can appreciate those trees.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he loves them.
He
They're his
loves
friends.
them. He loves playing his lute for people, learning new songs, and sticking to the inside of stuff, and socks. No idea why. He just loves socks a lot.
That's weird. Why does he like socks?
I'm struggling to draw an association between jizz
That's where
and socks.
that's where the jizz goes.
Oh!
You jizz in the sock.
I knew why.
I never
got
did
it.
that, but apparently people in
no,
movies
neither
did
did
that.
I. No,
No,
I
of course
never
not.
did that
It's-
either.
I jizzed on the floor and left it, because who the fuck is gonna stop me?
Because I'm a fucking animal. Fuck you. I jizzed on my armpit apple.
He dislikes how no one likes him. That
Aw.
smell that follows him everywhere. He has no idea what it is, but he wishes it would go away.
It's kind of laundry detergent-y.
It's very base. It smells like a base. Basic.
Definitely.
I don't know
He
if it's
hates-
worse than foot smell or better. Who can say?
It's not great.
I'd say it might be worse.
I don't think it's worse than foot smell.
That's
but it's
true.
Let's
foot
just run.
smells pretty
We
gross.
can just run a poll on the Twitter.
Yeah,
Sure.
run a poll on
What's
Twitter. Which smells
grosser,
worse?
cum smell or foot smell?
Foot smell. Yeah.
Mean people who call him names like Butthead and Dork, because all the names related to cum are fine, since that's what he actually is.
He is, yeah.
His friends,
But-
none.
Whoa!
Except his trees.
His enemies, all sentient beings consider Jism their enemy.
Wow,
He
he's
is-
hated.
He is a gigantic glob of stinking putrid wiener wax and is constantly trying to become friends and hug them. They spend all of their time vilifying him and spurning his friendship as virulently as humanly possible.
Oh, he
Wiener wax is amazing.
can room with Hank the Foot Golem. They'd be fast friends. Does he like freshly baked bread?
Yeah, does he, Jeff?
He only drinks water because he's Jizz. Jizz doesn't eat.
All right.
Keep up, guys.
I'm trying to make him one friend. All right.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
Kevin's out here matchmaking. Well, I know a guy.
I know a guy who's made of feet. They could be friends. He's got some powers, though.
Okay.
He's being completely made out of goopy liquid jism. He's completely immortal. He can reform from even a single globule, and his body is completely pliable and capable of changing shape through physical manipulation.
Wow.
However, no one would ever touch him, so he has never used this power. His liquid composition...
I have a question. Would somebody, like, maybe he could get hired as, like, a treasure hunter and, like,
There we
he
go.
could, like, slink in, but would people want the cummy treasure afterward or
Yeah,
not?
you have to get the treasure, but it's, like, covered in, like, sticky, gross jizz.
Yeah, and how would he get the treasure out if he, like, jizz slid through a wall?
Yeah,
Like, how
and
would he-
who would he come home to if not like a foot-based golem?
Oh my god. this dude's shipping already.
We have the first OGOC shipper, and
Kevin is shipping like crazy.
his liquid composition means he can store solid objects inside of himself, but if he leaves small items in there too long, the baseness of his spunk body will dissolve them completely.
Yeah, it's like you're too acidic, you're also too basic, right?
Jism is the kid you grew up with who was so desperate for friendship and acceptance that he seemed to reek of it, except he really reeks of it. Jizz, that is. He's so desperate. The kid was so desperate for friendship that it put off those around him or her, making it more difficult to gain what they wanted most of all. But, like, times that by the fact that Jism is literally made out of jizz, and you get why he has no friends. He's off-putting to look at, to smell, to hear moving, but he does have an absolutely beautiful singing voice, which he loves to showcase to anyone who will listen, which never lasts long.
Could he do like a Wizard of Oz situation where he like hides behind like maybe somebody like a Milli Vanilli? Could he like get somebody to like pretend, right?
Jeff
Like
Jeff knows how to like strike to the core of me because I wrote in and deleted the fact that Hank has a beautiful singing voice but is self-conscious of it. And because I am self-conscious of my singing voice. And,
yeah, everybody is.
And Jeff
Yeah.
knows that all I want in my entire life is an a cappella group to belong to.
You don't want to be in an a cappella group, do you?
Don't I? How would
But
I know,
don't
Josh?
you?
How would I know?
He is. Jism is unbelievably trusting, naive, sweet, and a little salty, like an old penny.
Oh man, no.
And that's my boy Jism, the friendly slime, also
Oh,
known as Cumrag the Mellifluous.
I love
That's ridiculous. That was great. That's probably not the grossest thing.
Probably
that's ever-
not.
I feel like he's marketable. Like,
I feel like there were a couple of lines that I would write that were even made me be like, all right, that's really disgusting.
When I was writing it, I was like, should I put this in here? Yeah.
The salty and sweet line was pretty gross, but it was also great.
but Josh, like, obviously you're looking to reboot the Daranos line for, like, Generation Z. And what does
Right.
Gen Z love? They love the slime. So you gotta mark it, right?
They're making slime
You know-
on the YouTube.
You know what Gen Z loves?
Yeah.
Jizz.
Gen Z loves jizz.
Yeah.
We're like Gen Jizz.
Yeah, they got 2 Z's in it. There you go. It like fits the mold.
I a little bit of how the sausage is made, how the Jizz sausage is made.
Yeah.
I was coming up with all these ideas, and suddenly it hit me. I wanted to make a character who, like, wanted friendship really badly, but couldn't get it, and I immediately thought of Casper the Friendly Ghost, and I immediately was
He's
like,
cum,
what if he
yeah.
was made out of jizz?
Yeah, his only friend is Christina Ricci.
That's weird because I wanted to think of a character that, like, wanted friends but didn't need them a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted a recluse character because I started with Flyman.
Yeah.
So we've got, like, opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah, definitely.
Those were great. And I feel really shitty that I didn't write a short story about mine, but I wanted to honor you guys.
Yeah, pitch us.
So I made characters that are somewhat familiar to me.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
The first one is KEV-1N69.
Yes!
And the other one, his brother, Jorf the Dwarf. So I wanted to immortalize you guys in the canon. So this is canon because I'm saying it, I
Wait,
guess.
This is fucking
What?
beautiful.
So, okay, let's start with KEV-1N69.
Yeah, pitch me.
He was absorbed into the Dwarven Computrix crystal that turns regular magical items into Dwarven artifacts, like the Borg. And his brother Jorf the Dwarf, they're treasure hunters, because, like, really, that's the only thing there is to do in Daranos most of the time. I mean, you could work at, like, the mill, right? But, like, fuck that. Or you could be,
Fuck
like,
that.
a jizzy bard.
Being a treasure hunter is like being a truck driver in this dimension.
Yeah, just get your CDL, your TDL, your treasure driver's license. Treasure delver's license.
There it is.
Oh shit, that's
There,
canon.
your TDL. So they went to find this artifact, which is like the Dwarven Computrix crystal, which turns anything into a dwarf computer, which is like just magic, because computers are magic, right?
Right.
Yeah, of course.
And KEV-1 and 69 has a cool metal beard.
Yeah.
He has a telescopic eye, which is dope.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
This is also very I realized when I was thinking of this, I was like, oh, this is just a Ghost or Full Metal Alchemist.
Like, how did you?
Oh yeah.
How did you know? Like, whenever there's an option to be a robot, I will be the robot. Like,
I just know you.
like. I'm serious. Like, I'm only a cat person in ESO because there's no robot option. I'm always a Warforged whenever I play D&D. Like, I love dwarves,
I mean,
so this is perfect for me.
Being a robot's fucking amazing, so why wouldn't you be one?
I could make you armor that makes you look like a robot, Kevin.
Just do it.
We'll get to 50 because that's.
Oh,
when the
you
good
mean in
armor.
ESO? Okay, that's also
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life.
I mean, I wish. Does it look like I got a Dwarven Computrix crystal just laying around my house? If I did, I wouldn't be here. No.
I suppose that's also fine.
So Jorf the Dwarf is Kev's brother.
Yeah.
And they said they're treasure hunters. And Jorf lost his hand while finding the crystal, and KEV magically gave him a new mechanical hand.
Oh my god, this is Full Metal Alchemist.
It's Full
This is killer.
But I didn't think about that. The reason I made him lose his hand is because you hurt your hand all the time.
It's true. I fuck up my own hand for sport.
I also fuck up my hand. Coincidence? Only Jorf knows.
Only Jorf knows. Maybe they're like Tomas and Zaymot. Maybe you guys feel each other's pain. So Jorf is an artist, obviously.
Of course.
So because he has a magic hand now, whatever he draws or sculpts turns into a super cool real world thing.
Yeah.
God, this is my fucking dream come true.
So like when he can like sculpt like a person and it can turn into like a stone person and they can like make armies. You guys have like a terracotta army.
Oh,
in your dwarven ruins.
I'm getting so wrecked. I mean, happy.
Yeah, and so maybe they sculpt dicks.
I don't know.
I definitely sculpted myself a bigger dick for sure.
I mean, Jorf, not you, Jeff. Jorf.
Yeah,
totally different.
Original really character. Do not steal.
Yeah, original. Do not steal. Might delete later. They got really good at sculpting butts and boobs because they come to life, and that's pretty cool.
Can you do that?
So far, Jorf the Dwarf has done nothing that I wouldn't do, given his power.
Exactly. Right?
That's weird.
So that's it. I just wanted to make you guys...
Oh my god.
That's fucking amazing.
You guys are, like, super powerful. Like, you guys are probably one of the more, like, powerful people I've ever... I usually go for, like, normal people who, like, are just, like, regular everyday people, but, I figured you guys could, like really fuck some shit up in Daranos.
We're like a faction unto ourselves.
Yeah, you're like a whole, like an expansion almost.
I'm worried knowing Josh and knowing the things he likes that we're about to droid wars the shit out of Daranos.
Like... Yeah, that might have been where I was going with this. You guys like are real bitter. You guys are just like really bitter about
just like real life.
I'm about to be the General Grievous of like the fucking
pretty
Daranos.
Much. And the lost hand thing, that's very Jedi like.
That is
like
very
right.
And like, let's face it, if I can wield 4 fucking lightsabers at the same time, I'm gonna do it. I'm a robot. I don't give a fuck.
You mean magical flame swords?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, copy like +1 against copyright protection. Fire swords.
+2 against please don't sue me, I beg you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wield them.
I mean, I think you guys have made some deals with some wizards in the past, like some non-aggression pacts.
Oh, definitely.
You might be forming like a coalition here. I don't know.
Oh my god.
You'd be tough to take down, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy that in this universe I've got my shit together enough to be the boss of something. I'm pretty excited about that.
See, this is perfect because I love dwarfs, but I usually am bored by dwarf culture, which is just like, let's worship God and be alone in a mountain. And I'm like, hey, let's fucking raise a robot army and take over the fucking earth.
Yeah, you're just like in your... Well, I mean, you're in a mountain now. Yeah. Like, you're hiding out. Because you kind of, like, got stuck down there.
Yeah.
But you got, like, these cool, like arm dicks that come out and, like, just assimilate shit. It's like, so you can just take, like, any magical item and, like, turn it into, like, a dwarf item and just use it against people. It's pretty fucked up. You guys are pretty fucked up.
I've got a great plan already.
What's your plan? I mean, what's Jorf's plan?
Jorf the Dwarf is going to draw giant mechanical spider legs on the side of the mountain.
Oh, no.
Shit.
And we're gonna the mountain is gonna be a giant walking death machine.
Oh my god!
We
it's
walk
like
across Daranos.
Dude, that's fucking incredible. That's like what's that movie that just came out with the cities that drive around?
Oh yeah, Wild West.
What's that movie that just came out in 1998?
Yeah, that movie.
Mortal Engines.
Yeah,
it's like that, but not like shitty.
Yeah, it's like way better, and there's like way more like dick tendrils.
I mean,
I'm definitely gonna draw boobs on the mountain as well.
I mean,
it's just a giant titty mountain. It's like a Mount Rushmore of tits. It's the 4 greatest set of tits you've ever seen.
I mean, we could throw a boot on that.
Hell yeah. We need our enemies to see our giant flappy ass as we walk away from the battlefield.
It's a big dwarf ass.
Hell yeah.
With just hair. Just hairy ass.
And it says, and then a license plate that says, "This is what you's missing out on."
No, that's what it's shaved into the sculpted hair.
Oh.
You're like, what does that say? The kerning is a little weird.
The kerning is weird.
So I know that Kevin and I both made extra characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys went crazy. You guys are like showing me the fuck up right now, but I'm like blown away that like how good your stories were, both of you. They were great.
I thank you, Josh. That means a lot. I want to know at least the names and the concepts of your other characters, Kevin.
Yeah.
So, like, I had this idea for a character named Sheila from Orc Counting, who was like...
You just count orcs and orc counting.
Yeah, she was just kind of like a warrior and like an office drone who like did various orc tasks for her regional war chief.
Sure.
And yeah, I don't really have too much to her apart from the fact that she's sassy. She is an orc. She wears like a graph paper shirt and a skinny black tie, and she's got like a +2 against fucking up computer or printers like in Office Space.
Does Ghetto Boys play?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I love Ghetto Boys.
I feel like there are stories I could definitely incorporate her into, because she's great and she could just kind of show up.
Is she a main character? Yeah.
Yeah. She's not really a main character, but she's definitely like, you know how in like Trigun there are the insurance agents who show up a whole lot? Like, like that kind of character. He's just kind of there to be like, all right, well, I guess I got dragged into this, and I guess I got to show off my cool muscles. Like,
I love that. I love like
that's
great. Part of Daranos was just like the Jeremys, right? And the Cheryls and
Fred the Skull Peeler.
And right, all that shit. Like it's just like world building lazily, but it's like so funny to me to just like throw in stupid shit like that, because like fantasy is like ridiculous, right? Like the whole premise of fantasy is crazy.
Yeah, like, and like it's sort of based in this idea that only so many people matter. Like everyone else just is a spear holder where they stand in the background and make it look like there's a society happening.
Right.
And like with like you clash that with like modern ideas of everyone matters a little bit, yeah, but no one matters enough to be satisfied.
Well, it's like you live in a magical world, and like who like it's like an Elder Scrolls and Warcraft, like everyone can know magic, so why wouldn't you, right? Like if you could just like learn how to do magic, like you just would, right? And we all do that really anyway in real life. We all anyone who's like under the age of 60 knows how to do magic. We just create stuff, we just make stuff. It's magic, right?
Yeah. And like, not to like horribly date, although I guess I kind of have already, and like politicize the podcast, but like Jeff Bezos is the closest thing we have to a king, and he still can't get like an Amazon headquarters built in New York.
Oh yeah,
so he can't get his dick pics back either.
No.
So.
So like we're living in this sort of time where like we're like, yeah, what if we mattered so much, but also no one matters that much?
Yeah, it's like this weird dichotomy, right? Where you're like, we all do matter a little bit, but we also are still just like serfs.
Yes. Yeah.
But what if all the serfs could like all know magic? Which is kind of like you said, like that's kind of where we are right now.
Yeah.
Like we all know how to do these incredible things that like if we showed up even 50 years ago and we're like, here, I know how to do this, people will be like, what are you, a fucking witch?
Yeah.
Like, what is that thing in your pocket? Is this like a spaceman time? Like, where are you from?
Yeah.
You know? But like, we all know how to do it now, and it's like, I don't know.
but we're also all not, like, we're all responsible for shit that's happening right now. Like,
true.
We're responsible for climate change because we have a representative democracy and we have to participate in it, even though we have a representative. Like,
why can't we just have a chieftain?
right, like, let's just get a regional war chief who reports to, like, the national war chief or whatever of Daranos.
That's called a representative, Kevin.
Exactly. Damn it.
Oh, man.
All right, well, what if he has, like, an electoral college?
Oh, man. Electoral wizard Yale.
Yeah, electoral wizard Yale. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I love about Daranos, is just using high fantasy as a fun, like, I love that D&D has exploded lately, and that everyone is like making their own thing that appeals exclusively to them and their friend group, because that is the most important thing in the entire world, is to make art that at least one person will get. I feel like, as an artist, I feel like you should just make art that one person will get, even if it's you. Like,
right. Well, that was Daranos, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, I'm just trying to make my friend laugh, and like, if everyone laughs with me, fine.
Yeah.
And it was jokes too, like, so sometimes the jokes would be like appropriate, and sometimes they were not appropriate, right? And like, the joke also was that it wasn't appropriate, and like, that played into the fantasy idea that, like, it was very like Conan, right? Like, Conan is very like violent and very like just overly sexual. Like, there's a part in Conan where he just fucks that witch, and you're like, what the fuck? You know, you're like, what the hell? Like, but like, so I took that to like steroids. Like, I put that on steroids, and that shit makes me laugh, because it's like, I don't know, the real world is ridiculous, and like, this world needed to be like 40 times more ridiculous. So
did you catch the Mystery Science Theater with like someone the Eagle Lord?
No, I don't know. I don't think I saw that one.
I don't think so.
Ator, the Fighting Eagle. Oh my god.
yeah, okay.
No, I've never seen that one.
Oh my god, it's really bad, but the Mystery Science Theater over it is really good, and it's just, it's almost straight fantasy fiction of this guy, like, really wants to fuck his sister.
Yeah, it's his sister, but then it turns out it's not his sister, right?
Like, all right.
The dad's like, oh, good news, she's not your sister. And it's like ridiculous.
We were holding off in case you wanted to fuck her.
We thought you might want to fuck her. That's like pretty much the line.
Oh my god, it's so great.
And no, that one was great. Then there's like the other girl. There's like the rogue girl who's like, I want to fuck you, but do I?
And then, like, spoiler alert, she fucking dies.
And that's like the end of the movie.
Yeah, he's like, well, bye.
And then it just cuts to him like being in love with his sister again. Yeah, man, that one's good.
Fuck, I missed out.
That's the new. It's the newest season, I think.
Yeah, it's the newest season of MST3K.
It's one of the better ones.
It's definitely one of the better episodes. Like,
they're all pretty good on the new season, but
because the movie is like, like, it's bad, but it's also partway watchable. So it's definitely one of the better MST3K.
Oh, there's a bear.
Yeah,
there's
like a bear that follows him around.
A tiny bear cub, and they're like halfway through the movie, they're like, "Where's the bear?" Like, I forget the bear's name, but they're like, "Where's Kodo?"
Yeah. So like, when I watched that movie, I was like, what if someone also worked in accounting and was there? And that's Sheila from Orc Counting. That's my character.
I like Sheila from Orc Counting. She shows up to like tally the like destruction done. Like,
and she's like, if we just killed like 12 more elves, then we could get a discount from the government. All right,
we like need
I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
I just like her being like very put upon, but like great at her job.
I didn't make anything clever.
Well,
there was nothing clever about mine, because my other character is Anita 8 Asses.
Wait, like she has 8 asses, or she eats asses?
She has 8 asses.
I thought it was maybe that she ate a bunch of asses, like she's like a analingus queen.
She's Anita 8-asses. 8 asses. She's also known as Double Butt, double butt,
double butt,
oh my
double
God,
double.
Like that song, double bubble butt.
She's the paladin of the posterior.
I feel like this was meant for me. Was this to get me to like really love this character? Because it's working.
I did create the name of a city that I think you'll love. It's called Kulos.
Kulos?
As in culo?
Like the butthole?
Like butt.
Kulos. Yeah, like Spanish for butt.
So it's named Kulos. That's where she's from.
Let me just do a quick Urban Dictionary so I can follow along with you guys.
Follow along.
Well, The whole idea was that she was a flat-assed peasant girl who was gifted the power of having 8 voluptuous asses stacked on top of each other.
Oh,
She's
so
like the
she
Venus of butts.
She went quality, not quantity, or she went quantity, not quality.
Not quality.
No, they're full quality too. She was gifted by the goddess of asses, Torquelia.
Oh my god, I love
Canon.
this.
Canonize it.
That's canon. I'm knighting it right now.
Goddess of asses, Torquelia. She also gave her a giant warhammer that has 2 of the most perfectly sculpted asses on either side of it.
Oh,
Sick.
man, I want to get hit by that hammer. Some say I already have been hit by that hammer.
Damn.
And the only thing I want to read of her beyond that is, well, one, her enemies are called the Flat Girth Society, who believe that the human beings should have flat asses.
Boo!
Boo, I hate them.
And but I want to read her likes, because her likes are, of course, ass, twerking,
Yeah.
rap
Ass and twerking.
videos,
Rap videos are great. There's a lot
pop
of both.
videos, since now they're just rap videos,
Yeah.
Mhm.
smiting the unholy in the name of the great gods of Daranos in order to bring about true peace in our time,
Mhm.
Thank God.
and butt stuff.
Neat.
Fuck, that could be anything. That could be fingers, dicks, tongues.
Giantess stuff. Who knows?
She's into butt stuff.
The other end of maces.
That was
Dude.
good. I like that one. That was good.
Oh, of
She's
course,
like
her age is, of course, barely 18.
Damn.
Like, which side of 18, Jeff? Like, barely which side?
Barely 18.
Is she a stepdaughter or stepmother?
What?
She's like a Cinderella of butts, dude.
Oh, I guess that's true. No, like, I had a
Or
whole
a Medusa
backstory
of
where
butts.
she like worked in a
Jeff.
like a corpse farm where she dug up old corpses for a necromancer.
Jeff. Jeffrey.
That's
What?
a good job.
A backstory.
Oh my god. Put the song in. Ass, 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 ass.
There was also another god in the story who she prayed to begin with, called Big Money Stacks Mandingo, the god of getting fucking paid.
Josh. Is that canon?
I mean, sure. Why not? Big money stacks.
Perhaps a lesser god.
Yeah,
The
maybe
god
like
of getting fucking
demigod.
paid. Big Money Stacks Mandingo.
Might be a Daedra.
Could be Daedric.
Uh,
Oh my god. This is like super fucking funny. Holy shit.
That like taps into the other side of Daranos that I loved, which is sort of the all that. Like, there are some inherently funny words, and some of them are uniquely sexual. Where it's just like, I have noticed a strange trend while wandering around Pornhub, but I've been afraid to bring it to public knowledge.
I wonder how much of that like leaked in. I don't know, because like everything's just like exists all at once for me. I'm kind of just like, whatever. Everyone knows about this, right? Like,
He's the
people
prophet.
read comments on Pornhub.
You're one of the prophets, dude. Everything
Yeah.
exists at all times to you.
Yeah, it's just all happening at once. Like,
Yeah.
yeah man.
Yeah, you're just fucking reading the zeitgeist of the fucking continuum.
Site.
Well, we're
Oh,
only at the
man.
halfway point of this podcast.
Oh, shit.
which
Oh,
is
fuck.
fucking wild considering how long we've been talking. But let's hop into some original characters from our listeners.
Yeah.
Oh
via
man,
email.
I'm excited.
And yet again, you can send in your original characters to us at originalcharacterspod@gmail.com. Our first email is from Spivsy.
Oh,
Spivsy!
Spivsy writes into all of our podcasts.
Yay!
And it's titled, Are You Ready for Some Fantasy? Because you bet your toned muscular ass I am.
Thanks, Bibsy. Thanks for thinking I have a toned muscular ass.
It begins. Ghosts and skeletons have clawed their bony booties out of the depths of hell, and they've challenged Daranos to a game of basketball. Winner takes all. Loser gets launched into a volcano by an enormous bonapult.
It's just
That-
a dick catapult.
Yep.
That's a catapult that fires bones, but it's getting repurposed for one night only.
It's like a monster truck rally.
Nice.
There are 5 bad as fuck, ready to throw down sweaty freaks, prepared to shoot some hoops and send those dead-ass bitches straight back to HELL 2.0, which is where you go when you get killed twice.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Man, everyone's got like the tone. It's so fucking great. Oh my god.
We ain't forgot.
I'm so like I'm like shocked that people like even give a shit still.
People
Honestly,
love it, man. They love it.
It's ridiculous. It's like maybe the stupidest thing I've ever done, but it's like I don't know. People like it. Like
the leader of the group and point guard, Grumple. He's a dark elf with mastery of the magical art of half-court shots.
that's hard.
Grumple is 6'8" without his hat.
Dang.
And he wears denim jeans with one leg cut off because that's his good-looking leg.
Check out my leg.
Grumple is colorblind, but when the game starts, the only color he sees is red. Don't get on his bad side because you'll get on his bad died.
Damn.
Oh, shit! Blow my mind, dude.
The youngest of the team and shooting guard, Candyman Invasion Zodiac III. She's a kobold princess, only daughter of King Candyman Invasion Zodiac II.
Yep.
And when she's not attending functions and giving public addresses, she's schooling some fools on the court.
Is that like a Meta World Peace reference? Is that? I feel like that's like a what's that guy? What's his real name? Jeff, the basketball player who changed his name to Meta World Peace.
Oh fuck, I don't remember now.
Fuck.
I remember us talking about him though.
Yeah.
Was that Basketball Jones?
Is that Basketball Jones?
Candyman Invasion has a lizard tail that she ties around her waist like a belt, like Gohan, and she hates when anyone touches it. Also, she's a murderer.
Cool crimes.
I like that
Nice.
little touch at the end. Also, she's a murderer.
It's good to know before you engage.
Lock up your pigs and tell your mama you're going out for a while because there's a guy coming along who's really big and scary, and you're worried that if he comes to your house, you'll see him and get so scared you'll shit your pants, and you don't want your mama seeing you in that position because here comes Biff Cliffley.
Oh my god.
That was very difficult to read.
It's so hard to read it, right?
You did
Like,
great.
The
though.
team's short forward is a 400-pound mud man rock star who never wears a shirt and hides a Casio keyboard inside his mud. Whenever he scores a point, he plays a rad tune that makes the crowd go wild and the rival team's dicks go mild.
Oh,
He stores his instrument inside of his body just like Jism.
That's so weird. You guys are like this. There's got to be some sort of like
Zeitgeist.
human like.
It's that zeitgeist,
Pornhub
baby.
comments. I saw a girl store an instrument inside her body once.
Oh.
Was it a flute at band camp?
Yeah.
Dang.
We're going to
Skin
turn the
flute.
lights down real low and
Mine
introduce
are
our
off.
next hero. Crooning songsmith by day, power forward also by day because he's real good at multitasking. I give you TJ Danger Lips McClintock.
Whoa.
The only human on the team, old Danger Lips, has his work cut out for him, but living as a heartthrob means he knows how to handle a crowd, and all the awesome sex he has means he knows how to handle a ball.
Wow.
And finally, the team
Just
center.
one ball.
Little creep show, the half man, half Venus flytrap.
Little freak show.
He uses his noodly tendrils to grab the ball and do all kinds of crazy shit with it. This motherfucker's all over the court and he hasn't even moved. He has a special move he calls the Giga Dunk, which is a slam dunk so powerful it kills whoever's standing on the exact opposite side of the planet.
Okay, that's just Piranha Plant from Smash Bros. I see through the lie now.
Fucking antipode over here. Doing antipode from Final Fantasy.
Damn.
I love the fact that if he slam dunks wherever it hits, it kills the person on the exact opposite side of the planet. That's fucking amazing.
The butterfly flag, baby.
Flap your wings on a basketball court in Daranos.
So
Dying
anyway,
wherever else.
that's my
Anti-Daranos.
OC, an entire basketball team.
Nice.
I
Wow.
never stopped wizarding. Signed
Nice.
Spivsy.
That's amazing.
P.S. The basketball has a skull on it.
Woo!
Fuck yeah, it does.
Just like Mystery
basketball-
Men. Just like Mystery Men.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my, I've never seen Mystery Men.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're on our show and you never seen Mystery Men.
Is this episode about Mystery Men, OC? I don't think so, Kevin.
He's got you there, but Mystery Man is a fucking great movie, dude. You're missing out.
All right.
I just remember Janine Garofalo is in it.
Yeah, man.
She
And
is.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah, man.
Don't hold that against the movie. It's a really good movie.
Listen, Ben Stiller's the best part of two of my favorite movies.
What's the other one?
What are you?
Royal Tenenbaums and Mystery Men are two of my favorite movies.
What?
Yeah.
Those are two completely the same movie.
Yeah, I'm fucking basic as shit, dog. Dibsy, that was an incredible email.
Fuck, that was amazing. Way to start us off, too. That was with a bang and a half.
Yeah, Jeff and I have been trying to incorporate basketball into our characters since we started this.
Man, I'm still mad I missed out on making a basketball guy last episode.
There's always next time. Our next emailer is Desrath.
Desrath.
Nice.
Desrath writes, "Hey Javash."
Is that my like Chaverch's name?
That is Jeff, Kevin, Josh, Javash.
Oh, no.
Can I share my OC with you? I give you 1/3 of permission.
I guess.
Sure.
That passes with 3/3 majority. His name is Todd, the guy with the wicked fucking bone-killing axe that kills skeletons, that's about it because that's what it's designed to do, and probably could also chop a dickload of wood, but is using it for that would be an insult. But using it for that would be an insult to its creator.
I'm shocked at the run-on usage. I like, this is so weird. Like, it's really weird, and I'm very...
It's just...
Yeah.
The best thing is that it seemed like that sentence was over, but it actually continued.
It never ends. It's like, you gotta read it like it's a chore that you're reading it.
It'd be an insult to its creator, Todd's dad, and Todd, don't insult no dads, at least not real dads. Kill, murder, die, a.k.a. the drunk axeman, a.k.a. Mr. Kill Murder Die, a.k.a. Mr. Kill Murder Die is my father's name, and calling me that is an insult to him, a.k.a. the Axe Master, a.k.a. the Ale Master, a.k.a. that weird dude that's really into dads, a.k.a. Todd with 1D.
I think we all know my stance on the name Todd with 1D. I think we all remember that stance.
I feel like I've had just enough wine and rum to be able to read most of that correctly.
I think you nailed it, man.
Age, 34. Profession, 1 year younger than Kevin, who is also a hedgehog. Profession, adventurer / alcoholic / disappointing son. That is half of the characters we create.
That's what I'm gonna put on my resume.
That's my profession.
Right? Pretty much.
My dad is all about the shit I do.
Your dad loves you.
He does.
What's that like?
Yeah, what's that like?
It's kind of the same amount of pressure, not gonna lie.
You think?
Where he's like, how come I haven't tested your video game yet, son? And I'm like, Dad!
Leave me alone! AKA, I didn't make it yet. AKA,
get out of my room, Dad!
Trying to jerk here.
Yeah, too real.
And
too real.
Your dad's like, well, I'm proud of you for jerking, son. Have a good time.
You know, yeah.
Jerk well.
You
read those Pornhub comments? You read those Pornhub comments, champ?
I'm mad because that is a legit conversation. Wait. Anyway.
No, I think we need to circle back.
Weapon of choice for Tom. Kevin, keep this part. Weapon of choice. Feel free to skip the semicolon. I will not. The wicked fucking bone-killing axe that kills skeletons, and that's about it, because that's what it's designed to do, and probably could also chop a dickload of wood, but using it for that would be an insult to its creator, Todd's dad, semicolon, disappointment, semicolon, ale.
Oh my god.
This dude is weaponized disappointments.
This is fucking great.
Race. Lame ass human. Like,
yeah,
fucking,
fuck that.
Fucking half the ESO prospects I have.
Dude, right?
Height. something lame and disappointing, like, I don't know, 16 Hands. That's like 16 Stone, which is a butt rock band, which means it's cool now.
16 Stone's a Bush album.
I feel like that my description still fits.
There's somebody listening to this right now who is 16 hands tall going, why is that lame?
Wait a minute. I only measure myself in hands. Oh, that's why it's lame. Then they realize it. They're like, oh, I get why it's lame.
A hand is 5 inches, so he's 8 feet tall, right? I don't know.
That's a lot of math. I don't know how to do.
I've been out of the 4-H club too long. Wait, less than if he had some God's damned muscle. Yep. Sex. Yes, please.
He's 6'6".
Oh, wow.
That's a cool height.
Did you look up how much a hand is?
No, I went off your measurement for
Damn.
it.
Jeff,
I trust you implicitly, Kevin.
Jeff accepts
Why would you lead me astray?
Jeff accepts me as an expert. If you're a horse girl, please phone in and tell us that we're wrong about how much a hand is.
Yeah, Zane.
I knew it.
Zane is far too important to listen to our podcast. Gear. Magical axe made out of the fang of a giant demon, rammed in the jawbone of a demonic giant with hellacious runes carved into it that's clearly not been used in several years, and that Todd hangs on his back because it's his weak little arms can't lift it. A brown cloak that always smells like ale and piss, and a locket that has a picture of his mom on one side, and me. I mean, his cool-ass dad, who I definitely don't know, but have heard has a huge but not too huge wangus.
Not too huge.
There's no such thing.
That's not a thing.
Oh, man. All right, so the bio. The bio is as big as everything I've read unto this point.
Oh my god.
You guys ready for it? Because I feel
I'm
like
ready.
It's one long run-on sentence.
Oh my god.
Are you ready for it?
Kevin, you're going to have an aneurysm 4 fucking lines into the...
I already have fucking TMJ because I had Razor Brand this morning.
Razor brand.
All right, here we go. Bio. Todd with 1D is a first-hand NPC tier adventurer with very short black hair that can be easily conveyed just by looking at him. That way, the real adventurers don't waste any time talking to this lame-ass human who's been fighting a losing battle with his lifetime of failure and burgeoning need for booze.
Wow, that's really deep and dark, and I love it.
Todd spends his days hunting down skeletons, but not cool skeletons, shitty skeletons, like the kind that come out of goblins, so they're like weaker than goblins, which are only a first-level monster in the first place, and most of the time, Todd doesn't even kill them, and when he does, it's on accident because they fell onto a rock or some shit, even though he has a bitchin' axe that I literally designed just to kill them.
I like how a rock is as powerful as this fucking demon fang axe.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. Todd usually ends up running away from the skeletons like a fucking wimp because he fucking wimp while he pisses and shits himself and cries because his dad's so much cooler than him, which is how Todd deals with all his problems except for his crippling alcoholism, which he's decided to embrace and is the only manly thing about him.
I was gonna say it's like the only interesting thing.
let me just take it aside. Fair.
Definitely fair.
At night, Todd drinks ale at the local tavern, probably tells stories about his cool-ass dad, who's somehow not a human, and also lies about his depressing life, but everyone knows he's lying because they can smell the shit and piss on his unwashed cloak.
They're just like, yeah, you lying.
Nah,
you lying, dude.
Nah. On weekends, Todd travels to his parents' home deep in the caves of Mount Kill Murder Die to have brunch with his mom and writhe at the feet of his fucking righteous dad, who I heard suplexed a bear one time. Why isn't this story about his dad?
This is a better story.
This story is obviously written by his dad.
Like,
clearly.
Like, writing tip. Like, if you're writing a story about someone who lives in the shadow of someone cooler than them, just write a story about the cool person.
Yeah, write that story.
It's always awkward, and part of Todd's dad's wishes that Todd wouldn't do it anymore, but another part of Todd's dad's hopes is that he keeps doing it until Todd's dad works up the nerve to tell his son that he shouldn't give up the adventuring life and just become a yoga instructor or a musician or something. You know, not everyone needs to adventure. Todd, I know I was a big-time adventurer and got Mount Kill Murder Die named after me, but you don't have to carry on my legacy or live in my shadow. Remember when you were thinking of going to Bard College and started trying to learn how to play the lute, and I picked up your lute and smashed it over my leg and stomped on it and then burned the remains of it to ash.
Jesus Christ.
And then when he asked why, I said, because lutes are gay. And I left the room, and I regret that every day. But Todd's grandpa was a rock giant and didn't really teach Todd's dad how to be a good father, and Todd's dad isn't equipped to handle a son that's so different from him, and Todd's dad wants a son to do well and be happy. I just don't know what that looks like or how to help Todd achieve that. Can you make lutes out of a giant demon hair? Keep on gawking. Desrath the Radass Warlock, probably. Oh my god.
That was a trip.
Thank you, Desrath, for that email. That was long but full of nutrients. Like a big old granola bar.
That was a big meal, I feel like.
It was a lot to digest, man.
I feel like you got into the father issues, the issues of heritage that we missed, and thus I love what's going on in this.
I hate Todd. I hate him. So
yeah,
mission
accomplished.
accomplished.
Todd the Current.
Yeah, I've never met someone whose name was Todd with 1D that I would ever want to share a planet with. So
I don't think I've ever met someone whose name was Todd with 1D, and I'm glad that I haven't, because fuck that.
Dang.
I wouldn't be able to control myself. I'd be like, so just the 1D then?
I feel like Todd with 2Ds are a little extra, you know? Like, I'd rather they simplify.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Anybody
need
named
the 2Ds.
Yeah. It really hits the Todd home. The 2D.
Todd did.
Jeff, what's our next email?
Well, thanks to Desrath for that previous email.
Yeah, thank you, Desrath. I already said thank you.
Well, I wanted to thank him too.
Cool.
Our next email is from Boston Sean.
Oh no,
Sean!
And his
he
email
gave us a virus-free courtesy of AVG.
I appreciate that, Sean. The title of this email is Twin Beard.
Ooh.
He begins, Twin Beard was a wizard. He was a professor of twerking at Wizard Yale University for 69 years, which earns you tenure.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
He no longer teaches, electing to have his student aides with the biggest, donkiest badonks you've ever seen instruct his classes instead.
I mean, right?
His aides have the plumpest booties in all the realm, especially Allison, whose dances will make your mama say, boys, I'm actually Allison from this original character podcast. Yes, I'm self-aware. And yes, I know about your weird incest porn searches.
Everyone, this is the zeitgeist, man. This is exactly what happens on M-Class, where they know what we're talking about.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, is it weird when every single porn search or every single porn thing on Pornhub is fucking stepmom? It's just like the fucking cilantro of porn.
It's like, enough.
We get it.
Just go back to being like people who meet on a random bus that picks you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to the vehicles picking people up and then they fuck in it? Like back in my day. Back in the good old days.
What happened to being a lifeguard at the tub?
At the tub?
What happened to delivering a pizza with your dick in a hole through the box?
What happened to Lemon Tree? Do you guys remember Lemon Tree?
I don't.
What was it, like Lemon Thief or something like that? It's like this like...
Oh, this is sounding more familiar.
Look it up. I think it's like a what was that like Suicide Girls-y porn site with what was it? Burning Angel. It was like a
is
Burning
this like
Angel.
Ganguro Girl?
No, I'm getting it wrong.
Anyway,
I'll look it up.
Twinbeard has a very long beard. His beard also has a very long beard. Often, when considering new techniques for twerking, he strokes his beard, but never his beard's beard. Boundaries. Sometimes his beard will stroke its beard, though, especially while the beard is deep in thought about what it must be like to have skin. At the Jizenstein Massacre, Twinbeard advocated to allow Ugla to enroll at Wizard Yale, citing that watching young men twerk wasn't as fun. This went ignored.
Damn.
This went ignored, and the fateful ambush occurred without him. With most of the school's professors and faculty murdered by Ugla, Twinbeard found himself the Dean of Dance Magic, an up-and-coming form of dark arts.
Damn, dude.
In his beard's later life, his beard imbued its soul into a sturdy oak wand, imparting all of its wisdom into the wand as it died. Twinbeard was so distraught at the loss of his friend that he impulsively used his random teleport magic to send off the newly conjured dance wand into the realm. A few months later, after the grieving process had ended, Twinbeard decided to take a sabbatical, which didn't sit well with the president of Yale, taking a sabbatical after taking bereavement. But what can you do? He's got tenure. Anyway. He decided to take a sabbatical to find the dance wand and reclaim his oldest friend's soul.
Oh, that's nice.
Keep on wizarding.
Well,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
Thank you, Sean.
I like how he's like filling in the gaps there. There's a lot of references there.
I love it.
I love Ugla.
Ugla rules. I love Ugla too.
I remember going back through the archives and like going to the Ugla stories, being like, man,
Ugla don't take no shit, dude.
Ugla don't take no shit. No,
Love Ugla.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, that was a great email.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I have an email here from Jared.
Okay.
Josh is ready.
All right, cool. Jared writes, original fantasy character, please don't steal. No promises.
I feel like they should all have to say that, right? Like that.
Do not steal.
Please do not steal.
Don't steal. Stop stealing, everybody. Come on. Greetings, Jeff and Kevin, and special guest Josh.
The specialist guest.
I'm happy to hear the third episode is fantasy themed. Fantasy is more my wheelhouse.
Why does Jared talk like this?
I love
my
it.
wife and I make indie comics in our spare time.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
And fantasy comedy is our main genre. You can check them out at http://nightshift-comics.com if you're interested.
I'm gonna check this out.
I'm pretty interested. I'm gonna click this link real quick.
We haven't been making comics as much this last year due to me getting cataracts in both eyes. Damn.
Oh
Wow.
shit, that sucks.
Which pretty much messed up, which are pretty much messed up to begin with, on account of the congenital glaucoma. I've had one of the cataracts removed, and will get the other one removed in March. Hopefully, I'll be in working order soon. But after that, I digress. Man, I'm sorry I'm giving you a silly voice, but like I totally relate to the eye problems.
Yeah.
It's just that I've already committed to the bit of giving you a silly voice.
He's so fancy. You're just making him a fancy boy.
He's such a fancy boy.
Fancy.
I've really been enjoying the podcast. It's been a good writing exercise.
This is amazing.
You sound like Cave Guy from Freakazoid.
Speaking of which, triple ellipsis. Submitted for the approval of the Daranosian Society.
Nice.
I present Christy Stebinson, a gnome warrior with a knack for adventure, a penchant for dual-wielding swords,
He knows what I'm into.
and a complete and utter lack of self-preservation. But hey, that's what the healer's for, right?
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Critzy. That's great.
Critzy.
I love
That's
that
really
name.
funny.
Fritzy Stabinson.
Kevin should.
Critzy, however, is not all she seems. Within her dwells a demon.
A demon.
A demon. And not one of those metaphorical demons. An actual real ass demon.
Now you're fucking Cameron. Now you're Cameron pretending to be Mr. What's his name?
A Matt Demon.
Matt Demon.
How did she get a demon inside her, you ask? Let's just say during a botched exorcism inside the demon, instead of the demon entering the lifeless vessel it was supposed to go in, it instead entered Critzy. We've all been there.
Nice.
Now inside Critzy resides Bweel, the maladjusted, the embodiment of rage and desire to stab things.
Nice.
At first, Critzy and her companions had no idea. They thought the ritual worked as intended, but as the days passed and the adventures continued, Critzy seemed to handle her missions a tad more murdery.
Nice.
Yeah, murdery. Let's go with that.
I mean, just be murdery, though. Who cares?
Is murder a crime in Daranos?
I mean, if you get caught.
Like, the worst thing that happens to you is you get paladined or go to the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, you get paladined. The paladins might get mad at you, but, like, you can murder paladins.
Yeah, it's true. It's not a crime to kill a cop.
No, 187 those motherfuckers.
They get it. So progressive.
187 stands for the buttons you're pushing to use your moves.
Now, fully aware of the situation, Critzy has opted to keep the demon. While he is an evil embodiment of rage, he does have his perks.
Yeah.
Like, to boost strength and agility and a +3 to stabbing things. Yeah, I'd keep that.
Fuck
yeah. Hell yeah.
That'll come in handy. Trust me.
See why they're named Critzy.
Critzy.
As for Bweel, he seems pretty okay with the situation, for now. He still gets to stab things, which is pretty much all he wanted to do to begin with.
Nice.
For now, Critzy has kept the demon at bay. The lack of self-preservation remains.
So rich. This guy's rich as fuck.
However, her life is no longer hers alone. When Critzy is in the midst of battle and near the brink of death, that's when Bweel takes over. And when Bweel the maladjusted truly takes over, nothing is not stabbed.
Stab it. Nothing's
That was
not
beautiful, Kevin.
That's amazing.
Sent from a Magic Space Room for the future. Thank you, Jared.
Jared, that was a
awesome.
great email. Thank you.
I love it. I love Critzy. Critzy is great. That's
Can
a
at
great
one
name.
point she look at the camera and go, Critzy-daisy?
Oh, damn. Our next email has like a cool image I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let me see this shit.
Damn. Oh, it's by our boy Sam.
Yeah, our next email is from Sam Lindstrom.
Okay.
You can find him on Twitter under that name.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's great.
What is this guy eating? Is that an armpit apple?
Zeitgeist.
Pitporn.com.
Hey, OC boys. Real excited to show off my Daranoses. I was a huge fan of fantasy fiction back in the day, and I'd love to hear more sweet stories from everyone's favorite resident Josh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was so stoked about this prompt, I went and made 2 characters for the price of none. Strap in. This is their story.
Yeehaw.
We're really committing to the voices, huh?
If Kevin gets to do one, I get to do one.
Yeah, I mean, fuck yeah.
It's funny because Sam is also from Massachusetts.
On a dark and stormy Steve's Day afternoon in the buck-ass, raw-ass, butt-ass city of Grawl, Chatsky Katsky, the ancient time-traveling Buffcat, Buffcat the species, not Buffcat the Buffcat,
Gotcha.
was minding his own goddamn business when suddenly out of nowhere, 50 headless horsemen on 25 boner cycles ran him right the fuck over.
No!
That's what happens to buff cats.
That's right. Those horsemen were doubling up and getting some sweet road knothead from each other, so they didn't notice the eruption of buff cat blood that splattered all over their not windshields on their not up to code motor vehicles.
Well, dang!
It seemed Chatsky's story was over before it began, when suddenly, 100 years later, his skeleton was found by an accomplished alchemist. I love suddenly 100 years later.
That's so, I love shit like that. I love it.
That alchemist's name was Osric Dibbledorf.
No!
Dibbledorf!
Another fucking Osric? Are you kidding me? Is this a fucking Pretend Friends crossover?
It's like being named like Joe.
It's Joe.
It's the
in
Joe
fantasy.
of necromancers.
Except for Joey Pizza, whose name is Joey.
Hey, Joey Pizza!
It's
That's the next
me,
accent.
it's Joey Pizza!
He took one look at the buff cat skeleton and thought, a buff cat, I can't see myself ever associating with one of those in the future.
Damn, racist, dude.
He turns to the audience. I also will not be a fly, I bet. Applause break. So he threw the skeleton away alongside some of his other alchemic garbage. Among this trash was the right eye of Mamba number 5, an evil dance demon who breathed new life into Chatsky so he could live on as a skeleton.
Up and back, show me your back.
I know we're trying to speed through these. However, there's a lot to dissect here.
There's
a ton
going
number
on.
5, great name for an evil dance demon.
Mhm.
Like, 5 gold stars, incredible.
That's an
Mambo
amazing
number
name.
5 gold stars.
Mambo number 5. It's all one word. Mambo number 5.
I forgot, Josh, you
Yeah.
named Flyman's previous self Osric
Yeah.
Dibbledorf.
Yeah. I don't know if I gave
What-
him that last name, but it was Osric was his first name. I might have
One
given
of-
him the last name. I don't remember.
One of the main antagonists of Pretend Friends is also named Osric.
I noticed that, but I didn't say anything about
That's
it.
wild as
How
fuck.
did you not?
It's the
That's-
zeitgeist.
It's a different universe, Kevin.
That's incredible. I'm blown away.
Hadley thinks like me. I don't know.
Without his muscles, Chatsky was ashamed to call himself a buff cat, and he hid his regret by taking up wizardry and donning a sweet purple hat and cloak.
Damn.
Meanwhile, deep inside the pain mines, an orc woman was pushing her oar into a sea of writhing bodies. Her name was Crushmore, Montana, and she worked as the fairy woman ferrying prisoners of the pain mines deeper into the pain mines. Of course, there was no water in the pain mines, so the guards would just line up the prisoners and throw boats on top of them. Whoever collapsed under the weight would be pushed right to the front of the lunch line where it was Papa John's every day of the week.
Oh, God.
Even on
that is-
St. Gary's Day.
That is a pain mine, dude. Jesus.
Is there a copyright-free way I can layer in Ashcan Farewell from Ken Burns'
I think you
Civil
can
War?
use it. I don't think it's... I think it's for fair use. I don't think it's...
I think it's the Public Access Broadcasting.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Crushmore was a powerful orc, wielding a sweet ripped tank top and booty shorts to show off her sick, muscular bod.
Mm-hmm.
She was also a redhead because I've heard enough Josh Henderson podcasts to know what he's all about.
Nice.
Yep.
One day while rowing, she nabbed what looked up like an eyeball from one of the inmates. It was the left eye of Mambo number 5. It whispered secrets to her, insisting she'd leave once and find the other eye. He promised he would reward her with incredible powers, and that a little bit of Rita is all we need.
Little bit of Monica in my life. Little bit of Rita sounds just fine.
That's all Crushmore needed to hear. She packed her bags, took an early vacation, and never came back because what are they gonna do? Go find her with their all-C devices, no less?
All balls.
Anyway, eventually the two heroes, crossed paths with the reunited eyes of Mambo number 5, tried to pit them against each other. What the demon never suspected was the power of true love.
Oh, shit.
Chatsky and Crushmore hit it off so quick it'd make your mama say, boys, pack your bags and light a match because we're going to have to set this whole town on fire if we want to outdo the steaming passion of those two lovebirds splitting hams since your daddy won't touch me ever since he got his cord snipped by Dr. Double Eye Patch and he had to piss standing on his head.
Split hams is incredible.
I like to imagine this is Jeff's natural speaking voice.
I just put on this affectation when I'm talking normally.
It's taken him years to not sound like this.
The The two became Daranos' third favorite power couple. The first being Sid Nugla, and the second being Princess Axtwound and that one snake that keeps asking people for $5. What a kooky dynamic they have.
Do you have my $5?
Mamba number 5 spent the rest of his days simultaneously sidelining both sides of that endless pork fest. And I know what you're thinking. How can this be a Daranos story if the guy doesn't even show off his hot, nasty peener? Where's the skeleton dick? Don't worry, Chatsky keeps an extra bologna spear on ice for just such an occasion.
Nice.
On ice.
Love the podcast and all the great stuff you do. Keep on wizarding forever and ever and always.
Oh
Sam.
my god.
Oh my god, Sam, that was incredible.
That was great. These
That
are
was real.
blowing me away. Like I'm humbled by this. This is incredible.
Fucking amazing. That
This
was
is
amazing.
incredible.
Sam. I'm sorry I ruined it with my terrible fucking accent.
No, that
I didn't even notice a difference.
Ah.
Jeff hated that joke.
Hey, somebody give me a story about Wooder Ice.
Wooder. I can't
Wooder
do the.
ice?
I can't do
Let
the.
me talk
Philly.
about the Eagles.
No, it's the Eagles, fool. My cousin Mike went down the shore. That's too Boston. I went too
That
Boston.
was too Boston.
Fuck you went too fucking Boston.
This
Let me
is
see-
more my Boston.
Oh yeah, you're doing fucking JFK for a
Yeah,
fucking second.
Thank you,
I
Sam.
had Addison's disease.
I am
Era.
Oh, whoa! Throw some R's and R's in there.
What's your fucking hurry?
What's your hurry?
This next one's from Susie.
Susie.
Susie writes, "Hi boys.
Hi.
I saw this podcast on Twitter and couldn't pass up an opportunity to share my original fan character.
Susie sounds awesome.
I actually created this character back in 2015-ish and shared it on Reddit.
Nice.
Josh may remember it. I'm not sure if he trolled the Reddit back then or not.
I in 2015, maybe I did.
Anyway, this character is brought to you by Audible.com.
Thank you, Susie.
Enter Susie Axtwound, Princess of Daranos,
Nice.
heir to the throne. If a mother would hurry up and die already. Shit.
Moms, am I right?
She's the daughter of Queen Axtwound and probably Eric Von Deathkiller.
Mhm.
It's hard to say, and Queen Axtwound isn't very concerned about figuring it out on Susie's 11th birthday.
Birthday.
Oh,
She
man.
saw an old sage in town who was actually Mr. Yakitori, who was dismissed as Jimmy Tree Branch's familiar for being racist. This actually works way too well in the
It
Boston.
totally works.
Mr. Yakitori explained, "Your destiny lies in tying up loose plot points unresolved by the gods who direct all actions."
I like how people like take it upon themselves to tie up the plot points. That way I don't have to do it.
The Familiars episode is my favorite episode.
It's ridiculous. I remember
Fantasy
being like,
Fiction.
is this too much? But yeah.
That was I love that episode.
We
I
did it.
stole so much of that from like my home D&D campaign.
the fucking druid prom. Every day there's
Yeah.
a druid prom.
Yep.
That's like all they do.
Suze didn't like the idea of having little to no autonomy, but on her way home she saw a small mouse with a thimble crown and a sewing needle.
Oh my god, amazing.
Butter? That's butter.
Butter,
right?
yeah.
Butter.
But
She watched his grand adventure as he rallied the other mice and raided the local cheese shop. She felt an odd sense of satisfaction upon watching this and decided that perhaps being a tool of the gods wouldn't be so bad.
This is incredible.
She decided to begin by seeing her mother's arc to the end.
The meta is just like full-blown meta at this point.
She secretly sent scrolls through her all-send ball.
All send ball. Holy shit.
Shit, that rules. That's so good.
It's like a fax
To Fred.
machine.
To Fred, Sid, and Buffcat in an attempt to force the final showdown between them and a mother. Finally, on the day they were to meet, Sue's axe wound opened the shutters of her bedroom to welcome the day when suddenly a large purple head dropped from the sky and smashed against her head. She flew back into her wardrobe and her head exploded. The purple head of Puke Fucker rolled to the camera and cackled a laugh. _ the end period.
That's amazing.
That was an amazing story.
Dude,
An incredible story.
Suze has lots of ambition. I like that.
Me too.
Didn't end well for her, but she had lots of ambition.
Usually it doesn't.
I feel like Puke Fucker, like what's their story? Like this is really a prologue to the saga
of Puke Fucker, yeah.
His name is beautiful, for one. That's one of the most beautiful names in Daranos, I bet.
Yeah, it's
there's a simplicity to it.
It really explains what he is.
Yeah, like, what's going on here? I'm scared. What is all this? Puke Fucker.
Puke Fucker. And scene. Oh my god.
Thank you, Susie.
Thank
for
you.
Suze.
Amazing.
Thank you, Susie, for Suze. That was awesome.
I don't know if I'm going to keep the voices going.
That's fine. If we did it for 3, that's enough.
Yeah,
rule of threes.
Comedy against rules of threes, right?
Yeah, comedy comes in threes.
Our next email also has an image with it, which I'll try to remember to put up on on Twitter for everybody to see. I can't seem to copy it for some reason.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let the computer robot do it.
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, wow, look at this!
Isn't that awesome?
Look at that! And she's like a little pixie.
So this is
That's
from
great.
Adam, at questionably tan on Twitter.
Cool name.
Although this does start with howdy, boys.
Howdy, boys!
Howdy, boys! Big fan of this giant rabbit hole of internet content I've been lost in for years. I knew as soon as I listened to the first episode and remembered my original Sonic character from high school, Crystallis the Hedgehog, that I'd have to start getting back into the OC game alongside you guys.
Oh, man.
And wouldn't you know it, the first episode I had a chance to make an OC for is based on a podcast I enjoyed so much, I convinced a buddy of mine to record our own version until we got 2 episodes in, and realized writing an actual funny story each week is hard as shit.
Yeah, True that.
Anyway, here's my very own Daranosian original character, Dewsteel.
Dewsteel. Ooh, neat.
Name, Roberta the Paintress. Race, half-elf. 28 years old and 5'9", with deep brown natural hair, but it changes depending on the color of paint and her magical-ass paintbrush.
Whoa!
Cool.
She's got light skin, but with a sweet farmer's tan from painting outside all the damn time. Chest. This lady's got some Guy Fieri tits. Yeah, I'm talking triple D's.
Wow.
They're like real pointy too. They're pretty good.
Diners, drive-ins, and dive tits.
I didn't get that until you said that.
Wow, that's too smart.
That's fucking
the
incredible.
smartest joke.
Also, a category for this character is Badonkadonk, and she is listed as Honky Tonkly.
Tasteful.
Roberta was born at an early age on the mean streets of the city of Grawl.
Roberta was born at an early age. Fucking genius.
The daughter of a human guardswoman and a sexy elven dude whore, Roberta spent most of her childhood learning the ways of the town guard, which mostly includes how to beat ass and yell at fools.
Yep.
Roberta never had to set foot outside of the shitty city. That is until her 17th year, when she decided to chase one particularly sad sack of fly-looking shit all the way out of town.
Oh, man.
As she passed the gates and laid her eyes upon the beauty of the natural world, Roberta fell silent and decided then and there that she would never again beat an ass or yell at a fool. She also decided to dedicate her life to recreating this feeling of serene wonder. She transferred to Southern New Wizard Hampshire University to pursue a degree in chromomancy so that she could truly capture the beauty of the natural world on canvas. Southern New Wizard Hampshire University.
That's like a very regional joke, but it's super fucking funny.
Upon her graduation, she earned her magic brush staff as well as the title of paintress, and ever since, she has nomadically explored all over the realm of Daranos, and even parts of the neighboring realm of, Goblin Speak.
I see what was originally written, and we're not going to violate that copyright law.
Powers and abilities. Roberta is a master-level chromomancer and wields the magic brush staff named Joybringer. Joybringer gives Roberta the ability to enter her painted landscapes, blue skidoo style.
Oh, man.
As well as conjure blue skidoo. As well as conjure certain creature or items by painting them to life out of thin air. The zeitgeist.
See? It's weird, right?
Additionally, she can shake them titties and drop that booty so hard it'll make your mama say, well, nothing out loud, but she'll definitely be super passive-aggressive about your taste in women, to the point where your relationship suffers for a couple of years once you start dating that girl.
Finally, it's been updated for 2019.
Fucking jeez.
And then your mom's gonna start thinking you're gonna get that girl pregnant all the damn time. So she starts getting your text message records from the All C-Ball company so she can keep tabs on you. Like, damn, Mom, I'm a teenage boy. I don't need you reading all about my titty business. And sure, she'll eventually get over it and embrace you two as a couple once some time passes, but it's still fucked up. Roberta's also a pretty good cook.
Cool.
Marry her.
Marry her.
She got some quotes, dude.
Yeah,
this is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it, because you can do it.
Roberta rules.
You gotta wash that brush, and you gotta beat the archdevils of the nine hells out of it.
It's supposed to be like Bob Ross.
Yeah, Roberta the Paintress.
Roberta the Paintress.
Over here, let's paint a few happy little trees, and maybe, just maybe, an angry little merc monk lives in one of them. P.S. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. Do not steal.
Finally, a Bob Ross we can fuck.
Oh, my God. Finally. I mean, right? You can't fuck Bob Ross because he's dead, or can you?
I was like, maybe a Bob Ross you can't fuck.
Yeah, Kevin. Try me. Try me, Father
I will.
Time.
I will. Sexually.
I will.
God, thank you for that, Adam. That was fucking
great.
Amazing.
That was a slow burn, and I'm an idiot, and I love.
There were so many like multi-layered jokes in that I'm not convinced we've really rung everything.
Probably not.
Yeah, we could probably read it again and like find more in there. That was great.
Our next email comes from VG Dad.
Oh, VG Dad!
VG Dad.
I'm gonna put Sid Vicious, the half-orc barbarian.
Barbarian.
In the chat. Here we
there
go.
He is.
We're not doing voices anymore. Hey guys, really enjoying the podcast so far. Hope I'm not too late for the fantasy fiction episode. Here's my submission. Sid Vicious. Vicious is a half-orc barbarian and mercenary for hire. He's as strong as 69 humans and twice as vicious, which is how he earned the nickname Vicious.
Sid Vicious. Vicious in quotes.
When he was young, he tried to enroll in Druid Academy, but all the instructors were too frightened of him, and in a fit of rage, he punched a hole straight through one of the instructors and swore to get his revenge one day.
That was not revenge enough.
Yeah.
He carries a battle axe he calls Thunderfuck.
Dude.
Nice.
My favorite AC/DC song.
It is adorned with the teeth of people he's murdered for making fun of his disgusting pig nose.
Damn, dude. They probably deserved it. Bullying sucks.
That's right.
Yeah. Hashtag no bully.
Yeah.
OGOC.
Hashtag get punched in the face. Get a pole punch in your body.
Strength 20, Dex 20, Con 20. He can drink like 420 beers. That's what it means. Intelligence 6, Wisdom 10, Charisma 4. Yours truly, VG. Damn.
Amazing.
VG, the OG. Fucking amazing.
Oh, dude, these are so good.
Sid, vicious.
He's great. I would definitely buy him a beer considering he can drink 420.
Yeah, what's one, right?
If you bought him one beer, he would just be like, what the fuck is this?
What is this?
What is
He's
one
like,
beer?
yeah, okay. I'll throw it on the pile, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, gotta start somewhere, though, right?
It's true.
Yeah, like, come on, Sid. You don't know what this means to me.
Right. This is more for me than it is for you.
Our next email is from Yakub.
Yakub.
And it's entitled Daranos, eh? This old place brings back a lot of memories.
Aww.
I feel that Daranos OC could be presented in a manner similar to how the characters were presented on the show, i.e. a paragraph of backstory.
There you go.
That also saves me from having to draw my character. Meet Dandy Bark.
Dondebark.
Dondebark? Dandebark? Dandy Bark. Dandy Bark is a fairy. Her skin is pale green. Her hair is long, straight, and orange. Her wings are translucent. Her bosom is 100 emoji, dollar emoji, fire emoji.
Hell yeah, emoji.
We did the show before the emoji thing. I think he's on. I think they're on. Cube's on.
That's like the next generation.
Yeah, it's like Daranos, the next generation. Oh my god.
Oh my
Team
fuck,
Daranos.
that sounds amazing.
I should totally do that. Oh.
She worked as an exotic dancer in a club where Pain Mine guards drink. Her front butt twerking to work it by Missy Elliott routine caught an eye of a Grawl talent agent who set her up for an audition for a bouncing booty bodega club in the city. Her sister, Titsleaf, warned her about this club, but Dandy Bark ignored her. When she got the audition, it turned out to be an illegal exotic dancer battle royale.
Nice.
She made it to the top 10, but got knocked out and landed in an acid puddle.
Fuck!
Damn.
Oh my god, before she made it out, the acid dissolved her breasts.
What? No!
But her bosom was 100 emoji.
100 emoji, dollar sign emoji, fire emoji.
Oh.
Well, that was written in the present tense, so maybe it still is.
Oh man, I hope. Down on her luck, Dandy Bark is contracted by Queen Axewound.
Mm-hmm.
The villainess promises to restore the fairy's chest dragon fruit. All she asks for is Dandy Bark's allegiance.
Damn, this is like a bad idea, but let's do it.
Dandy Bark agrees, and Axewound's artificers make prosthetic breasts out of tea strainers. She uses the strainers to store fairy dust, and, as an attack, shakes them to sprinkle it around.
I'm totally not looking up what a tea strainer is.
Dandy Bark now serves as a flirtatious Matahari-type spy for the evil queen.
Ah, she's a honeypot.
She likes turnip wine, Reese's TY's show.
Ah, thank you. You're good. Excellent.
Herself a little too much.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Dislikes acid, turncoats, and redacted.
Oh, what's redacted mean? I mean, I know what it means, but what was it?
I don't know. I'm worried now.
Was it just more emojis? Let's just go with that.
Maybe it's us.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I bet it is. Ew.
As a bonus, I submit that Jeff would be a South Daranosian fire giant, and Kevin is a dwarf druid teaching shop at the Druid Academy of Shapeshifting and turning into awesome shit.
Kevin teaching shop. Kevin teaches whatever, do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy.
Alright, you're all gonna make decks no matter what I say.
Spark joy. Just spark joy.
I'm loving these OC characters. Keep them coming. Yours always, Yakub.
Oh man,
Thanks,
that's
Yakub.
great.
That's awesome. I'll be a South Daranosian fire giant. I'm fucking from the South anyway. May as well.
You're not even that far south.
You heard that accent I actually talk in earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin, cut that out.
Too real.
Thank you, Yakub. That was a great email.
Amazing.
Our next email is from Chris. Let me post it in the chat.
Oh my god, I fucking love this drawing so much.
Look at
we got a
this
cup
fucker.
on our hands.
Oh my god.
I fucking love this drawing so much.
This is awesome.
Not sure. I really love the art style here.
Yeah.
I do too.
Not sure what the format is here. Sorry if it runs a bit long. You're fine. This is Sir Roscoe Finnergaster, Paladin of Daranos.
Oh, fucking, we got a fuzz.
Oh,
here.
he's a cop.
He's a
everybody.
Fucking cop. He's a fucking cop.
He has to tell us if he is one. It's the law.
Let's see if he does. Sir Roscoe Finnecaster, also known as Constable Stepdad.
Damn.
Detecting a theme. Is one of the more senior officers among the PODs and has a history as conflicted and riotous as can be expected from an enforcer of law in Big D. Damn. Maybe he's a corrupt cop, which makes him cool.
Oh, yeah.
So you mean a cop?
Yeah. Oh, damn. NSA, don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah, internet cops.
Most peculiar is that he has had... Most peculiar is that he has long since abandoned the smite and ignite tactics typical to the paladins of Daranos. The kill 'em all, let the gods sort 'em out approach wasn't really upholding the peace like one might think.
Shocker, right?
Yeah. It's weird how that doesn't work out every time.
Yeah, weird.
Also, rather than wielding the standard issue POD shield mace combo, he instead wields the brilliant enchanted standard of the paladins of Daranos in one hand, which gives them a +3 to persuasion checks when asking if you've cleaned your room, yet as well as advantage on insight checks made to determine if you really did get that did go to that sick, nasty kegger he told you he would get out of hand. This is... I'm like reaching my limit on run-on sentences.
It's like so much. It's so much.
I can do this. All right. Which, okay, yeah, maybe I did go, and yeah, you were right, Roscoe. It did get crazy, especially after they had to call the emergency response clerics because Becky couldn't handle her shit and blacked out. And I know Roscoe saw me ditching through the backyard after the PODs were called on the scene, and that he knows I was there, but he asked anyways as a kind of trust exercise, and that he's just trying to make sure I'm more responsible and have more opportunities in my life than he and my mom did. But maybe you should just let me be a regular person, Roscoe. I appreciate it, but maybe just let me make my own mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm an adult now, so treat me like one, you know?
Yeah, Roscoe.
Fucking Roscoe, smothering.
Let him be a kid.
Anyways. In his other hand, he wields his most powerful weapon, the short sword of quiet paternal disappointment.
Jesus Christ.
I've been struck by that sword once or twice.
Fuck yeah.
None have ever faced it and left unscathed, for its blade cuts deeper than any vorpal weapon.
Whoa.
And the wounds it inflicts never truly heal. Those who face its sting must wait at least 69 plus 1d8 minutes before even thinking about committing crimes as they reflect on their life choices.
Jesus, those scars are mental and they're hard to see.
Thank you, Chris. His Twitter is at @the_familiar like the monster _C.
That's awesome.
That is a great name. I love this character.
It looks so... Dude, he looks like he is. Look at him.
He's great. He's so great. And among stepdad characters, I feel like he wants the best for us.
Yeah.
But we don't want to be like you, Roscoe.
Yeah. We don't... Like you said, we don't want to make your mistakes, Roscoe. We want to make our own mistakes.
Just let us live our life.
But
we'll learn.
I feel like I love him.
We'll learn along the way, just like you did. And we'll be better people because of it.
Yeah.
I don't have a stepdad, but I feel like the greatest honor you can bestow on one is letting him carve the turkey at Thanksgiving. And I feel like I'd let Roscoe carve the turkey.
He would probably just do it anyway with his sword of disappointment.
Yeah, but I would let him.
If Kevin and his non-existent stepdad...
You know how I know Kevin... So, no, go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
His non-existent stepdad are hanging out over the turkey, and if that stepdad doesn't reach the pinnacle of stepdadness, he doesn't live up to what that means, Kevin will fucking knock him out at the Thanksgiving table so he can carve the turkey.
You know how I know Kevin doesn't have a stepdad? He would let his stepdad carve the turkey.
Is that not done? Is that simply not done?
I mean, in my experience, no.
Damn. But only biodads get to carve the turkey.
No,
It's the
biodads
rule.
leave and they never come back.
Oh my god. I
So,
have so much to learn.
who got real
about-
on this podcast, Josh?
We're like 2 hours in. It's fine for people to hear that shit.
Our
Last
next
time-
email.
The last time we were together, we talked about how we feel like shit, so fuck
It's
it.
true. Our next email is from Josh.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't care if I said, well, he's Omega Bagel. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
And here I'll show you guys his character, and you guys will be able to
Yeah.
see it on our Twitter at OGOCPod. Hopefully, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is entitled Lord Muskull.
Look at his cod piece. It's incredible.
Jesus. Meet the King of Clang, the Sultan of Steel, the one true way, spelled W-H-E-Y. Lord Muskull.
That's smart. I like that.
Board
I
of
like that.
hellfire and protein shakes, Lord Muskull, Pectorialist Murder, is the leader of the Coalition of Creatine.
Jesus.
The COC is a loose gathering of
See,
various
cock.
creatures. The COC is a loose gathering of various creatures who engage in the time-honored tradition of weightlifting and murder.
Jesus fuck.
His domain,
Cool.
which he calls the Church of Steel, is a holy land of
That's
swords.
incredible.
Dude, I might go to the Church of Steel.
Fuck yeah.
Filled with mountains of metal. Any who seek great gains will find themselves here. Each piece of equipment was hand-forged by the great dwarf craftsman Dumb Bell and
Nice.
enchanted with gravity-intensifying runes. They have discounts on yearly memberships and yoga classes on every second Wednesday of the month. Lord Muskull will not stop his relentless conquest of skinny wiener dorks until the world is swollen with muscle.
I know Josh. This is just
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh, can you give us a read of Lord Muskull's quote in his picture?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Re-rack your fucking weights.
Yeah. I feel like Lord Muskull could be a great villain or a great ally.
He could be like a gray character, right? Like you never really know.
Yeah.
Or you
He's
think
mostly
he's a
blue.
villain. Yeah, you think he's a villain, but he's not.
His standards are just so high
Yeah.
that I'm like, all right, fuck you, man.
What if he's just a personal trainer and they're just villains in real life?
It's like, I'm just gonna do cardio until my athletics hits the cap, all right?
you, a woman?
I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of the fact that his shoulder pads are attached to literally nothing.
They're just
sitting
floating.
on his
Yeah.
shoulders.
So I love the rings because
So
that's
many rings.
weird and very Jimmy.
Yeah.
But the best part is his spiked headband, which you'll note is cocked over one horn because it doesn't have the stretchiness to fit over both horns.
Yeah.
And Josh clearly thought of that
Yeah.
and cocked it jauntily to one side, and that is the detail-orientedness we look for in fantasy
Fuck
fiction
yes.
characters.
Dude. He's truly frightening.
Yeah.
I would not want to go to the gym with this man in it. I would just walk right the fuck out if I saw him at the gym.
This is just such a good Daranos character. He would just be at a gym, right? That's what he would do. You think that this monster-looking guy would be like a fucking evil villain, but this guy's just a fucking gym rat, and he just wants everyone at the gym to lift the most weights that they can.
Yeah, he really wants more out of you,
Yeah.
but he goes about it in a really antagonistic
Yeah, he's
way.
just a dick about it. Oh man,
Oh my god!
It's so good.
Thank you, Josh.
Amazing.
Josh, that was amazing. Thank you.
Our next email is from Ryan.
Hi Ryan.
Hey, fellas. Long time, first time.
Sweet.
That actually kind of applies.
Mhm.
It's your boy Ryan Van Danger at Ryan Van Danger.
I'm pretty sure that's danger.
I'm gonna call him Danger.
Ryan Van Danger. Oh my God. Is Ryan Van Danger his character's name too?
You wrote into this show, and you're Ryan Van Danger.
Sorry,
Man,
Ryan.
this guy like rolled the dice when he was born and came out with this amazing last name, and you're just taking it from him.
It's like Dong Lover, like Donald Glover when he's
Dong
like
Lover.
Dong Lover.
Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Fantasy fiction originally inspired me to write my own comedy/fantasy stories.
Nice.
I haven't really finished any, but at least I got an OC out of the deal.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Danger, let me tell you something.
Mr. Van Danger.
Mr. Van Danger, let me tell you something. Great art is never finished, only abandoned.
That's right.
The buff beauty, the muscular maiden with awesome abs, beautiful biceps, and lovely lats. She'll punch a hole through a troll. She's Belandi, the berserker.
Nice.
Fuck. Yeah.
I love you, Belandi. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta share some pics because she's like really cool.
She's
Yeah,
super
she's
fucking cool.
Is this one? Yeah, this is one.
She's way cooler than any character I've ever made. That's
Oh,
not
look
her.
at this.
That's not her. That's a
Woo.
different character.
Oh, that's Irma.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, though.
It is awesome.
Aw.
Great art.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Jeff will do it. I'm gonna read these.
I'll try. I'll try hard.
Jeff.
Strength, 11 out of 10. Book smarts, 5 out of 10. Street smarts, 7 out of 10. Woodland smarts, 9 out of 10. That's pretty good. That's better than my woodland smarts. Charisma, 10 out of 10. Weapons, anime-sized executioner sword, and bare fist.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Standing at 7 feet tall. Damn. This is
He's
like
gigantic.
super my type, though.
Oh, yeah. It was the bare fist that really did it.
Yep. Well, it's 7 feet tall.
You like tall? You like the tall?
It's just cool, man.
It's just cool, man.
I just like it.
It's like,
That's
the most,
cool.
it's like the most middle school ass shit. It's just cool, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we talking about fantasy fiction characters? Let me put my adult pants on.
I just like how innocent it is. It's just cool. Like you're
You're
a little shy
man.
about it.
There she is. I finally
Oh,
got
wow.
her to you.
Yeah, look at that. Holy shit.
Yeah, welcome to Kevin.
Yeah.
All
Look
right.
at those legs.
Standing
Holy
7 feet
fuck.
tall. She's intimidating as fuck. All right. But she's hella friendly and will gladly spot you if you smoke. And will gladly spot you a smoke if you ask.
Damn, she is cool.
Yeah. Belandi is a professional adventurer with a perfect record. Give her a job and she'll, quote unquote, handle it.
Nice.
And it's weird that only handle is in quotes. She'll
handle it.
handle it.
Yeah. Whether it's destroying the skeleton wizard's house or ripping the guts out of a stone golem, it's all in a day's work for Belandi.
You're making Kevin like fall in love.
Belandi, you're a fine girl.
That song's gonna be stuck in my head all fucking
Fucking
night.
Brandy over here.
In her time off, she likes going to Buffalo Wyvern.
Oh my fucking
Smart
God.
joke.
That's incredible.
To watch some Moonstay Night jousting. Or she's spending time with her GF. Damn it! Why is this every
Kevin,
time?
holy shit. Kevin, you have a type, and I'm sorry to tell you, your type is lesbian.
Yeah, it seems like they might be, Kev.
Every time.
Even in the fantasy realm.
Even in the fantasy realm.
You can't pick a girl that's not a lesbian.
Damn
Fucking
it.
chasing Amy over here. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
This is like really gonna start fucking with you, I think.
She could be
Josh,
bisexual.
I'm 29. How is it going to start fucking?
I
with
mean,
me?
this might be the straw, is all I'm saying.
She could be bisexual,
Could
guys.
be.
You don't
maybe-
know.
Who knows, right? Who knows?
Or she's spending her time with her GF Irma,
Irma.
pronounced Irma, Imra.
So Imra,
Cool.
Imra's super hot. Like
Is
I
she?
like Imra.
She's described
Cool.
very well in this.
a dark elf with a set of hangers that'll make your mama say, damn, I gotta get my shit together, like ketchup on back taxes.
This is like
not even
actually
healthy.
Kevin saying that.
Maybe look for a more fulfilling job, so maybe one day I can spend some time with those perfect bazongas.
They are very nice.
Hope you enjoyed. Best wishes, Ryan Van Danger. P.S. Fans of Flyman. Hashtag keep on running. Great, thanks,
Kevin was
Ryan.
just like preemptively calling you Ryan Van Danger. He knew something was up in this email.
This is the most incredible shit that's ever happened on any podcast. This is fucking amazing. This fucking dude just, oh my god, it's like mind blowing, man. Like, oh my god.
You guys know me a little too well. I feel like everyone else may be confused.
So Imra has the haircut of my ex-girlfriend. So,
Oh yeah?
yeah.
I mean, Imra's no slouch either.
No,
but, like,
Imra's looking good.
yeah. But like, no, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This is like art imitating life, imitating art. This is like ridiculous.
So,
I just wish I was a little less predictable.
I mean, you're only predictable to yourself, though. So, like, obviously, you're predictable.
But if I was predictable myself, I wouldn't keep running into this situation.
Wait, you're running in. That might be part of it.
Josh, where were you when I was young? Where were you when I was new and needed those words? Thank you, Ryan, for that.
So our next email is from David S.
Okay.
And it's called Daranos OC. Do not steal.
See,
We won't. We're sorry.
See, he knows.
We'll stop.
Now we can't steal it. Legally, we can't steal it.
It's legal to steal as long as someone doesn't tell you
Right.
not to do it.
Exactly.
Hey OGs,
Hi.
Hello.
Daranos OC, name Atla Bonejoy.
Ooh.
I won't fall in love with this one.
Are you sure?
We'll see. A forest gnome from the northern Eastwood Woods. Or wait, the northern East-West Woods. Her family are outcasts because their tradition is to train the mind into retaining its memories and personality after death. That way,
Wow.
all your ancestors' skeletons just stay with the family and they don't get bone dumb and live whole new lives as freed skeletons.
Thank God somebody found a loophole to this turning into a skeleton trouble.
After some rabid dog bandits killed Atla's living family and made off with the bones of the dead, it began her life mission to retrieve her ancestors' bones wherever they're now buried. With no leads, she basically just woke up the first 5 sleeping skeletons she came across and assembled a dope Bone Boy crew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bone Boys.
Bone boy.
Now she carries the reputation of being a necromancer, but the skeletons just really like her and will do dope stuff like become bone armor for her or ride in her backpack.
That's the second one's really dope.
There's Chubb, Rimplin, Chevy Silverado, no relation, Triplet, and Castor.
No relation is fucking hilarious.
Love it.
Likes bones, bonin, growing her own dub, xylophones.
Xylophones is fucking great.
That's my favorite.
So good.
The silent splendor of being present in a wild forest. Shorties, sleeping in,
Yeah.
mead, revenge, her bone zone bone crew. Knock knock jokes, talking to birds and bees about their sex lives. Ugla's self-published mini-zine for Lady Magic users. Lady Whiz-Biz. Side note, many perverts are disappointed with each edition that has no pee stuff in it.
I was just gonna say, that could be misconstrued.
She dislikes dogs, dog men, dog ladies, termites, ghosts, anything other than the sun's light waking her up, loud-ass skeletons that love pretending to eat breakfast, people trying to ask her questions just after waking up, skeletons who keep asking how to cook bacon.
This chick's a basic-ass white girl.
Yo, this is me. This is precisely me that they're
I don't
describing.
like anything but the sun waking me up, and don't talk to me before I had my coffee.
Josh, do you?
No, I don't either, but...
Get up, get up, get up!
Dude, oh my god, your mom... Oh my god, my mom would come in and be like,
My
"Get
mom had
up!"
a song. The mom would come in and go, "It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up in the morning."
I used to like rage when my mom would do that shit.
Just kill me.
I used to just go, "Oh my god," and I would just like my whole day was ruined because my mom was like, "It's morning time and it's time to wake up," and it's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
She also dislikes skeletons who keep asking how to cook bacon when they know very well that they don't eat and are just pretending. Friends who won't shut up about how mean she was when she didn't help wash the imaginary dishes for breakfast. Skeletons who still won't let her sleep like 30 more minutes or oh God's sakes.
Oh my god.
People murdering her family. She dislikes that.
Yeah.
How long it takes to make her hair look dope. Loud City, skeletons weighing down her backpack. Sid's self-published all-C cast. Here's the point. It's just Sid recording himself stabbing assholes who piss him off all day, edited like a true crime show with victim profiles, except Sid's always the stabber.
That sounds pretty good.
I would listen.
Stats out of 10. Intelligence 7, Strength 4, Agility 10, Illusion 7, Bone Hunger 5.
Whoa.
Stats so far 5, Charisma 8, Labyrinth-style glass orb juggling or Fushigi 69.
Is that really what it's called?
It is called Fushigi.
Damn.
I learned something today.
Anyway, I hope a PDF is okay. I'll tweet a PNG. Love,
Nice.
David S. And there's a picture in a PDF that I can't get to yet.
Why?
Yeah, it's basically a gnome in a fucking mech made out of fucking skeletons.
Which is really cool. It sucks you can't
Oh,
see it, Josh.
I was hoping they'd be in the backpack.
Oh,
I like the back. Too. Thank you, David. I love that character.
that was
Amazing.
great.
Fucking
Kevin, you
incredible.
sound sleepy.
Whatever.
Kevin-
I just had my heart broken.
He did! On air. It's just on record, live.
And I gotta keep it, or else it's real.
It's so fucking funny. I mean, I don't want to laugh at my friend whose heart just was ripped out of his chest on live podcast, but also
He definitely was planning on building a dimensional travel machine in order to go and be with his wife.
Guess I'll just be a foot golem in my fucking boot tower.
Kevin, sometimes we all feel like a foot golem in our boot towers.
You know, weirdly enough, the foot golem feels like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it?
I mean, we've been through like, dude, I feel like we're reading like a fucking D&D like bestiality. What's the word? Bestiary.
Bestiary. Bestiary.
Bestiary.
A bestiary.
And we're like, it's like really late at night, but we don't realize it yet. And then we look at the clock and it's like 3 a.m. and we're like, man, I've been reading this bestiality a lot.
We're like, am I into this or am I bored? I don't know.
What's the
Next
difference?
email.
Page 69.
This is our last email of the night.
Oh,
This is our last email. It's from Evan. Thanks, Evan.
Maybe thanks. We don't know what it says yet.
Evan writes, sent from mail for Windows 10.
That's at the top. How did that happen?
That's fucking funny.
I meant to send this earlier, but was sick for most of the week. As soon as I saw this episode's theme, I had this one stuck in my head.
Damn.
Debuff Cat.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
A seemingly normal orange tabby cat with no visible powers, but the longer they're around the longer they're around someone, the weaker that person
Or
becomes.
it's like a vampire.
Uh-oh.
Like a
This
social
is a scary
vampire.
cat.
They're an assassin for hire.
Whoa.
It's hard to find him unless he wants to be found. He wears a small top hat and smokes catnip cigars.
That's
Damn,
a catnip
does he sing
blunt. That's not a cigar.
Does he sing for like Morrissey or something? It's like a clove cigarette for cats.
Holy shit.
Josh,
I like that a lot. That was good.
Debuff Cat can also talk like a normal person, though they hide this until they're stronger than their victim.
Whoa.
Also, they're voiced by Keith David.
That's my favorite part right there.
I love Keith David. Oh man. Ultimate technique is a nap on the lap.
Dude, that's...
He,
Oh my god.
The
he hops
zeitgeist.
on the Zeitgeist dogs. He hops on the victim's lap and pretends to curl up and sleep, when in reality he's plotting all the ways he's going to kill his victim and or spend the money. Spend
the insurance money.
The victim, of course, can't move. They don't want to wake up this little
So
guy.
it's just a normal cat.
He's a cat with a top hat who smokes cloves.
Oh, man.
Sweetness, sweetness, I was only joking when I said...
Did you hear he's touring in Canada again?
I heard.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Debuff Cat has an assistant named Matt who carries him around. He used to be named Fernando, but Debuff Cat changed that as that was too long and dumb.
Damn, sorry anyone named Fernando that's listening to this.
Sorry to that 70s song, Fernando, by ABBA.
Don't call his name.
Don't say his
Here's
name
the backstory.
Well, that wasn't the... Okay.
Yeah. Debuff Cat used to be a dwarf bandit named Darren.
What?
One day his gang got attacked by a wagon that had a powerful wizard. That wizard pleaded with Darren and his men to let him go as he had to destroy an evil artifact. But the wizard held out a long, smooth, dark crystal. Darren laughed and grabbed the crystal. "I'll show you how to get rid of this," he said, as he dropped his pants because, yeah, Darren was a freak like that. He shoved the crystal in his ass.
Whoa.
The wizard let out a scream as light shot out of every orifice of Darren.
Jesus.
Darren's body began to levitate and spin. His bandit gang tried to get out of the way, but they were all vaporized.
Damn.
The wizard tried to shield himself, but was still struck by the magnificent force. When everything settled down, Darren was no more. In his place stood a small orange tabby cat. The cat turned toward the wizard. "What's your name?" the cat asked. "Fernando," the wizard said. "Not anymore. From now on your name is Matt, and you shall serve
Oh
me."
my god.
The rare callback in a prequel. Is that a
Thank
reference
you.
to Cats Love Diamonds? Stick them in their butthole? Is that what
It
that
has
is?
to be, right?
That's what I thought it was, yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, from
You don't know
Continue.
that?
From what?
From Continue. It's like the second episode I was ever on.
Cats love diamonds, stick them in their
Yeah, he
butthole.
made a
That's probably
song
before-
about it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Not everyone arrives at Continue at the same time. I just work here.
I shouldn't even be here today.
I shouldn't even be here today.
This guy doesn't even know about Cats Love Diamonds. Get the fuck out of here.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's my first day.
Holy shit.
That is all of our
That
emails.
was-
Thank you for that
That
email,
was a
Evan.
marathon, man.
That was... Good luck editing this shit, Kevin.
I haven't laughed like this in a long ass time. Holy
We're
fucking
not-
shit.
We're not doing too bad. All the we didn't get to read all the emails, and I'm sorry if we didn't get to read your email. They're all really good. We just only have so much time.
There were a lot of them. There were a lot of emails.
Please write in, even if you don't know the subject material. We'd love to hear from you. This makes the show fun.
I love that.
You can write into us at originalcharacterspod@gmail.com. You
Singular.
can follow us on Twitter at OGOCpod. You can
Singular.
send us your shit there.
Singular.
You follow my ass.
I would. To hell and back, yeah.
This podcast was a roaring success thanks to Josh Henderson and his beautiful Daranos world.
No, I mean, no, I didn't even write a story, and like now I really want to, and I think, I don't know, maybe you inspired me to write a story and do some one-offs or something. I don't know.
Hell yeah!
Because these are funny as fuck.
Josh,
What?
let me say, you're an interesting young man.
Thanks, stepdad.
I'm glad we could have you on the show. I'd love to promote up and coming artists. Like,
I love it.
we'd like to lift you up in any way we can. Do you have like a Zanga or a MySpace? Or...
I'm on makeoutclub.com.
You can find my boy in the Pornhub comments section.
Yeah, I'm listed as Dick Daddy 2289.
Oh, I've seen your work.
Yeah, I'm there frequently, so you might. I comment on as many things as I can.
She give good head, like butt. Thumbs up.
Sometimes I pretend I'm Russian and I can't type right.
Oh man, I wish that was me. Backwards R.
Josh, tell our audience who already knows what your Twitter is.
My Twitter is at Henderson, which is my last name, 1983. Not all that. It's just at Henderson 1983.
Nice.
Of course, you can follow Kevin at Real Kevin Cole.
Yay!
And you can follow me at _ Jeff Pennington. Make sure to put the underscore in. I don't want to give that fucker any more followers.
I like how we're like cultivating this hatred with this other Jeff Pennington guy.
Look, thanks to everybody who wrote in. Like, you guys make half the podcast. We make the other half. I feel like it's a partnership.
This is incredible. This show is amazing. Like,
thank you.
And Donald just wrote in, and we can't read his thing.
No,
I'm sorry,
Donald!
Donald. You're too
No,
late.
it
You
just
hope
arrived.
this wasn't too
Holy
late.
shit.
I can't believe Donald
And it's
Glover
too
wrote
late.
in.
I'm so
Donald,
sorry, Don
I'm
Lover. We
sorry.
couldn't.
Sorry, Donald Glover.
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
sorry.
too long. Our podcast is too long.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Again, thanks everybody who wrote in. Thanks for like all of our new followers who are going to stop following now that Josh isn't on here anymore.
No.
He's never coming on again.
No, I'll be back if you
He'll
want
be
me
back.
to be. This was so much fun, and I'm like, I just want to say, like, I'm super humbled by this whole thing. Like, you guys, I didn't know anyone like gave a shit about it really, and like,
Dude, there is still such a fervent following for fantasy fiction. It's crazy.
it's.
People are bone hungry for it.
I mean, I'm shocked. I'm not kidding. Like, this is crazy, but thank you so much. I was laughing the entire. I can't even laugh anymore. Like, I'm just like exhausted from laughing.
Oh, yeah.
That's the magic of original characters, is that every time we finish, it's like our lungs are dried out
Dude.
from laughing too much.
I've been drinking water like crazy because I'm like dehydrated as fuck from laughing
and jizzing.
and fucking coming from all the hot art and shit.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for coming by and ruining my fucking couch, Josh.
Or making it better.
You got semen furniture.
Upping the resale value?
See Siemens first.
Look, thanks everybody again, and we'll be back at an unspecified future date with more original characters. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Original Characters. Our theme music is Kai by Vidazen. You can find him on Twitter at _VIDAZEN_. And look him up on YouTube too, because he's great. The Original Characters podcast is made by Jeff Pennington, Kevin Cole. Thanks for listening.
Holy